Hey, yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? What has happened, man? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. What's good? Glad you guys were able to make it this morning. I only need coffee right now. Same, dude. James probably still waking up. Lol, then the stream wouldn't be on. Yeah, heating up popsicles. Oh, that sounds like arrestable behavior, to be honest. I don't know, chat. That sounds arrestable. How you guys doing? Welcome. Good morning, everybody. We're having a good morning jam today. How you guys doing, man? It's Tuesday, James? I know it's Tuesday. What the heck? I know that. Hi, Kirby. Anyways, Kirby's just staring at me, making sure I do my job. So that's why I'm here. It's like, you better get at least 50 subs today, or we're gonna have a conversation after the stream. I'm like, all right, Kirby, chill, relax. All right, I have to feed him, guys. Anyways, we are streaming right now on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So make sure you follow all the platforms so YouTube, Twitch, and Kick Senpai can notice us. We got a lot to talk about today, man. I was not expecting having this stream this morning. But we're gonna start with some good announcements. Let's see what you guys are doing first, and then we're gonna do some announcements. Doing good, GJM. Doing good. I'm trying to get better sleep so I can do these morning streams more, man. It's been rough. It's been rough for your boy, man. Are you sure, Jams? I don't know. I'm not sure about anything anymore. Kirby is staring menacingly. Yeah, he is. I mean, if I can't feed him, man. If I can't feed him, you know what's about to happen to me. James, come home. The kids miss you. Lol. Bro, I don't have any kids. I don't have any kids, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. It's night for you? Nice. When I normally stream, what it's like, what time is it for you guys? We're your kids? I don't have kids. But you have us, James. You're not my kids. Eating candy? Jesus Christ. Bro, that Kirby has you at gun. What? We don't carry firearms in my apartment. That's arrestable behavior. He knows better. But if you played Smash before, he doesn't even need guns. So there's that. Get some kids. Why you say it like I should go pick it up from the grocery store right now? Like I'm gonna get some zucchini. I'm gonna get some steak. I gotta pick up some bread, and on the way to the cash register, let me pick up a couple of kids. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. Yeah, we have quite a few people watching right now. 36 people looks like between Twitch and YouTube and Kick right now. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Even if you don't watch the other platforms, if you can just open up a tab, that would help so much. It really would. It really would, guys. Alternate season 2, Kirby makes a guest appearance. I'm just saying. Yeah, man. He's not poyoing around. You always stream when I'm in class. Good. Get back to class. Kirby staring into your soul. I should move the Kirby. I feel like it's distracting you guys. a little bit. All right, let's jump into it. We got some announcements today. You see the title. We're going to talk about the VShojo situation. We're going to talk about Ironmouse. I am, despite the fact that I'm, very much new into the whole VTuber thing, like really trying to get into it. I have my thoughts, and I want to see what other people who are way more, they're way more knowledgeable about it. I want to see what they have to say about it, because I have friends that are VTubers. I've met some people who are VTubers. They seem like great people, and I just hate to see that this is something that seems to happen way more often than it needs to. So I'm worried. So in a sense, I'm worried about them, but some of them I don't have to worry about them, obviously, because they're doing great going indie. Yeah. Joe James, when are you going to continue watching MID? Probably the second I can get somebody a guest. Chat wants me to get a guest for every stream, so, and I think that's the cool and the right thing to do, and it's a cool thing to do. Yep. Last time we had Mac, the VShojo stuff has been all over my FYP. It has been too. I got it last night when I was going to sleep. I was like, I'll react to this tomorrow. Hit up Jordan. He's doing his con stuff right now. I'm trying to be respectful to that, but I will reach back out to him at some point. I am also trying to connect to some other voice actors as well that you don't see too often. So that's my goal, right? So, can you watch a trailer for Demon Slayer or no? Not on YouTube. I don't feel like dealing with YouTube when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, man. Sorry. Otherwise, I totally would. Are you ever going to have Shadow for one of the MID streams? I mean, I would love to. I'm trying to. Shadow just came back from a vacation, it sounds like, so he will be with us today. And I might as well just announce that now. Later on today, 4 o'clock p.m., I will be playing with Shadow Temple along with Megami33 and Freya for a nice, healthy, hopefully less chaotic peak stream. Yes. Do your voice of Rhys, please. My cousin said that. How you gonna blame your cousin for that? What if I'm doing Rhys' voice right now? You don't even notice. You just finished my recent MID stream. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, bing bong, yep. Yeah, Megami. Will Megami carry Bing Bong to the top of the mountain? I don't know. I swear to God, man. I might try to like chuck that thing the second I see it. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun stream, guys. Thank you, and a big thank you so much, guys, for watching the MID stream, the last one we had with Mac and Cheese. It's one of my best videos this month. It's one of my best videos this month, which is really nice. It's really nice to see, because Mac is a nice person. She's really been nice to me, especially since we got to hang out a lot more and at VidCon, you know. And I feel like there's this impression that since Lorelei doesn't show up as much, you know, in MID, that she's not an important character, or that people don't love the character so much. Type 1 in the chat if you really like Lorelei and want to see more Lorelei in season 2. Just a quick temperature check. Yeah? That's what I'm talking about. I knew it. Lorelei's one of my favorite characters, actually. Like, straight up. I'm not even capping. Before I even knew who Mac was. Your most popular live stream is an MID one? I can take a look right now. Let's see. Out of all the live streams I've done, in terms of views, just in terms of views, so it's not as much information, as much, you know, if you want to go delve deep into it. But in terms of views this month, out of all the lives I've done, it is just this month, July. Just for July, it is the most viewed live on the channel. Yep, it is the most viewed live on the channel. If I was to take June into account. If I take June into account, if I take June into account, it's the third. I think it's the third. It's the third highest viewed stream this month. Then it's actually higher. Actually, no, wait. I might be wrong about that. Hold on a second. No, I'm right about that. Yep. The only 2 live streams I've had that have surpassed it is the last MID stream with Lady Grandma's voice actor, with Tiana, and the Aphmau cast live stream that was on the 28th. Those both have over 5,000 views. Bear in mind, however, that was last month. They got those views over the course of extra time. So, like, literally, this was last week. It already has, like, 2/3 of the views of those. So, I think she's fun and balanced as Ava's grumpy attitude. I think so, too. You know, I guess as a... 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Like, I'm trying to grab something here. All right. So, yeah. What was I at? What was I going at? Oh, yeah. So maybe we can get How would you feel about me getting Mac and Cheese back for another stream? Honestly, to be honest, I kind of want to do more just yapping streams with guests and stuff like that, just chilling. So I might ask Megami or Mac if they're interested as well. I need to catch up on the MCD streams. Yeah, you should. You back with some coffee? Did you get me any coffee? Whoever asked why Noi isn't in the new videos is because he has taken a break from mental health reasons, I think. I haven't seen all the videos. So I don't know I don't know if he's back or not doing videos. I thought he would be though. He streams on occasion, but that's it, I believe. Gotcha. James, please play Roblox with me later. Just with you specifically, yes. Yeah, another announcement. We will be doing more Roblox streams. I have a list of games that we are going to try to play for the streams. I have 3 games. One of them is Grow a Garden. So that'll be a nice chill yap stream where we just grow a garden. You know, literally. So we're gonna play that. If we could find games like this would be fine. If we can do some more obbies would be nice. I'm looking for games that are gonna you know, that I don't know. I'm getting suggestions for these games. So that's what's going on here. He's been like in 2 videos recently. I figured, okay, that's why, Ja. Thanks for letting me know, Ja. I thought he was doing videos. Yeah. Your Aphmau edit from 2 days ago has 3.6k views. Nice, let's go. James, you should play Roblox karaoke. It's called Sing It. I don't do singing. Is it Forsaken one? The Forsaken one is hilarious. But I don't think, I don't know if we're gonna do that one. TikTok reaction? We could do TikTok reaction streams. We could do that. What do you guys think? Type TikTok if you would love that. I still want to see James play Stardew Valley. You know, maybe that's a good idea. That's not a bad idea, man. James always sings high notes when he gets jammed. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. You guys are just brutal. Why you guys do that to me, man? Stop being so brutal and mean. Talk about me getting jammed. I am unjammable, okay? By the way, we have 14,937 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Absolutely stunning. We are trying to get, we're trying to become stunning and brave by getting 15,000 before the end of the month. So help me become stunning and brave, guys. If we can hit 15K before the end of the month, that'd be absolutely crisp. It's totally possible. We only need like 60, oh God. 60-ish subscribers. Yes. We only need, yes, we only need about 60 subscribers on the channel to hit that. James, I can totally beat you in basketball. I believe you. I believe you, dude. The Facility's a good game? I've never heard of that one. I still remember when he got jammed at VidCon. I don't remember that. When you gonna play Grow a Garden? This week. We're gonna play it this week. It's not 69 subscribers, okay? I was just estimated 63. It's 63, so ha. It's 63. You see Hex's edit yet? No, not yet. Let's see here. Oh, I do have another announcement for you guys. Very important. Okay, so first of all, I want to thank you everybody. I mean, so much. I hope everyone who did order a print got their prints by now. If you haven't gotten them yet, you probably will get them very soon. You probably will get them very, very soon. If you are considering getting a print in the future or very soon, this is what I would ask you to do. I still want you to go to the page on Streamly and just look at what we have. Streamly does look at how many people are clicking to check out the page, but I am trying to do some things for you guys because I know that some of you guys would like lower prices, so I'm trying to set up lower prices. Okay, I'm trying to set up lower prices, and we're trying to set up extra other things as well to give you guys some some extra value for these things, whether it's the prints or even like the shout outs or something like that. I don't know. We're still working that out. There will be a price adjustment on my Streamily very soon. That's the first immediate thing we're going to be doing. I'm going to lower the prices on, or at least adjust the prices is the best way to say it. So if you are thinking about getting a print, just hold on, just wait, and wait for the adjustments on the price and see if that's better for you, okay? The next month, throughout this month, next month, August, we will be having another group Q&A on the 18th, it looks like. And during that time period, you should be seeing some things pop off a little bit. So you might want to take advantage of those things when you see them, all right? So if you're thinking about getting a poster or you're thinking about getting a video shout out, I'm just going to tell you, I would love you if you got it right now, obviously, because it helps out the channel, it helps out me. But just because I know how it is, just wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit. Keep on checking out the page. And there should be price adjustments either today or tomorrow. And then we'll see what other stuff. And then you just keep track of it. I'll probably give you an announcement too, but there'll be other stuff going on as well. Okay? Are we good? We good? All right. I would like as many of you guys to get prints as possible. They're really crisp. They really are. Ask anyone who got a print. They'll tell you that, man. Yeah, I can't do the print shipping right now, but if James is assigning local to him, I would get a print. Yeah, I mean, I feel like my thing about the shipping or whatever, like all that kind of stuff, the price that you see on the screen when you're getting prints is like, if you're like really far away, like it's gonna cost you a lot more to get a print for me anyway, because you gotta get the tickets to get there. You have to get a place to stay. You get the food. You know all that stuff, like convention stuff. This is why I like Streamily. Like I don't go to conventions. I wish I did a lot more. And hopefully people are talking about. Hopefully you guys in the chat are banging down the doors of these cons you want me to go to. Let them know that you really want your boy there. Because outside of that, I don't have an agent. I don't have an agent. It's all me. So typically they're gonna have to reach out to me, or I send them an email or something like that, like I did at Rhys recently, to see if they want to talk. Your dad's birthday's tomorrow? Well, happy birthday to your dad. The shipping killed your bank account though? I don't know how. I guess it depends on where you are, but I don't know how much shipping is for you. Your unofficial manager is in chat. Lol. I know you're talking about. Stop it. The heck? The heck? All right. JamBudsVO, your full name is James Brown Jr.? Yeah, that's my name. It was like 20-something bucks, so you must be in like another continent or something, right? You would be a machine of a manager? And man, I appreciate you guys like wanting to do stuff for me, you know what I mean? Because you guys, like, I told you guys this before, but, like, I'm still, like, new. I'm kind of doing it as I go. And I guess that's, like, a good lesson, right? Like, if you want to try something new, guys, like, the best way to do it is just literally to do it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to, like, feel, like, lost a little bit. Like, you don't know what you're going to do next, and sometimes. And things are going to go wrong, like, on my stream. But it's, like, how are you going to figure it out if you don't even try to do it? You know what I mean? Like, what the heck? That's just the truth, man. Hey, yo, where can I find your prints? You can find my prints on streamly.com/JamBudsVO. You're on Twitch, Sylvie Mist, so you can look below the stream in the About page, and you'll see those links. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the main subject. Oh, Leonardo. Dude, I got made fun of so much as a kid because of that. I was really shy as a kid because of that. So that's probably one of the reasons I didn't go into voiceover or any acting or anything like that, or any theater as a kid, because I didn't want to go out there and be embarrassed. Do you have any advice for new voice actors? Pretty much what I just said recently, a few seconds ago. Like, just do it. If you're a new voice actor, your goal is to get into the habit of doing it. Because most new voice actors have anxiety, are not used to acting in front of people or being vulnerable because of their upbringing, so they gotta work themselves out of that. Just do it. Later on, you're going to work on refining technique and technical skills that you'll need in the booth, in the studios. But for the first part of your career, you just want to be doing it. I don't care what your mic is like. I don't care what your setup is like. Just practice. It's not like you have to post everything on YouTube. You do anyway. So yeah, just do it. You know what I mean? It's not like you're trying to become famous 2 months into your voice acting career. You know what I mean? It's literally impossible. So don't even worry about it, dude. Based on where you are, I would say look for all the free resources or very cheap resources you can to help supplement that along the way, like books, audiobooks, free classes. Sometimes these voice actors or these directors, they offer free classes. Did you guys know that? Obviously, the goal is to get you interested in taking paid classes in the future. But if you find these places, like I don't know, voice and acting studio. I don't know if some of these places are doing it right now, but there's websites that have like voice acting classes and seminars and stuff like that. But they're free for the specific purpose of getting people to come in to get interest, and then they sell them on getting more. They try to sell them on getting more things, on getting more classes by paying for it. But the class itself has information you can take notes on. So like little stuff like that, you know what I mean? Little stuff like that prevents you from having I don't have money as an excuse, bro. But the worst thing, but the number one thing is just do it. If you're not doing it, if you're not even trying to do anything, even if it's just for yourself, then you're wrong. You're just just wrong. I don't care how shy you are, your anxiety. I care, but I don't care because I had the anxiety, depression stuff as well. Okay, and I still have I still fight the anxiety and stuff like that. I kept on doing it, so I'm used to it. Used to it more. It has not gone away. All right. Anyway, so just point that out. All right. I'm dodging spoilers for Demon Slayer. I can't take it anymore. I have not seen anything about Demon Slayer, so no spoilers, please. I will watch the movie at some point when I get a chance to. Alternate season 2 and My Hero this year. Yeah. James missed the James Brown lore drop. What do you mean? James missed the James Brown lore drop? What the heck? Kick is literally Twitch's twin. Pretty much. The irony, Gigi, it's funny you say that. The irony about Kick is that when Kick first came out, people were bashing the hell out of Kick. They were bashing the hell out of it for being certain things. And then now we're at 2025 and you can literally say the same things about Twitch. What that tells me is that a lot of that was just attempts to stop people from going to Kick. So let's put it that way. That's all it was, dude. They just didn't want people to go to Kick because that's a competitor. It wasn't for your safety. Seriously. Do you know when MIDs 2 comes out? No. And as a rule, never ask me questions like that, guys, because either one of two things will happen. Either I won't know, so I can't tell you, or even if I did know, I'm not allowed to tell you, so I still won't tell you. That's 99% of what a voice actor should be doing whenever they get a question like that. So just save yourself the energy. Don't even ask. You can speculate off the stream. I won't, because I won't even react to it. You know what I mean? That's just part of being a voice actor, being professional. Hopefully you guys learn that lesson. That's, by the way, that's like one of the number one things. If you want to be a voice actor, burn this into your head right now. If you want to do voice acting professionally, you cannot, under any circumstances, be known as a person that constantly leaks stuff and breaks NDA. You will never get hired. Never. Most contracts have a clause that says if you do this, you will be fired. Every contract I've ever signed for NDA has that on there. Now, whether they do it or not is a different story, but 9 times out of 10, if you're just regular Joe, if you're just James if you're just me, because I'm not a big deal, you'll just get dropped, and it is what it is. And then other people will find out, and they may not hire you. So, like, the risk is so severe. There's no point in doing it. It really isn't. You want to be a VA professionally? Nice. You should definitely do it if you're really into it, if you really mean it. Have you ever been dropped? No. I've never been dropped for NDA breaking. Never. You know what I call an NDA? A nada. So when someone asks me what's going on in the upcoming project, I go, I know nada. I know nada, dude. All right. Let's go ahead and jump right into the big storyline that's happening right now on YouTube. Let's talk about it. Ironmouse VShojo. It's like the none your business joke? Yeah, exactly. So we found out very, very recently, actually yesterday it was just announced, that Ironmouse is leaving VShojo. And I heard a little bit about it, and the reasons for it is quite staggering. As someone who was just getting comfortable getting into reacting to watching VTubers, reacting to them, just a quick bit of information about me in regards to VTubing. I don't do any VTubing. However, I know many voice actors, and I have friends that do VTubing. Regardless of that, I didn't really pay too hard attention to what they were doing as a VTubing fan, because I knew them as who they were, number one, but also, I just didn't really have the time or didn't think about it too much. It's becoming we know it's a big phenomenon. We know that it's making a lot of money for people, and it has a lot of visibility, right? Like you'll see them on Times Square and stuff like that. And because of that, there was a lot of money and opportunity involved, not just for the people who are behind the avatars, but for companies that want to cash in on that phenomenon. And as with everything regarding businesses and corporate, they are greedy as hell. 99.9% of them are greedy as hell, and they will treat you wrong while putting you under a contract that will give them maximum stranglehold over you. They do it all the time. Not just in VTubing, but in the real world as well. So I want to hear from Ironmouse specifically what's going on. We're gonna but because I'm not as big as in terms of following VTuber news, we're gonna watch a few other videos as well to get some input from these people on why this is happening. Some content creators. I have a video up for. I have a video up for. I have Connor's tab up. I have Kason, because apparently I found out just now she also quit VShojo. I have a video from Moist Critical. And then obviously I have the original video itself from Ironmouse. Like I said, guys, I'm new to VTubing in general, but I've met some really good people. When I think of VTubers, I barely think about them as just anime characters or VTubers. I think of them as the person behind the VTubers, which I think is the healthiest way to do it. But I've collabed with Nova before. Nova's been wonderful. I actually ran into Nova for the first time. I actually, they have those VTubing, like when you go to conventions, they have these, like, I didn't know this until recently. You could actually meet a VTuber at a convention. They just put them on like a screen or something, and you just go to the screen and you talk to them. That's how they do the meet and greets for VTubers at these conventions. I thought they actually went to the convention, which makes sense actually that does that, because from what I understand, Ironmouse is not really able to do that due to health reasons. But so that was cool. And obviously Alejandro's is a VTuber. He knows voice actors that are also VTubers. Hayden's a VTuber. Jonah's a VTuber. Freya is also a voice who we will be meeting today. Is also a voice actor that is also a VTuber. They're everywhere. And then we know about, and then I think we know some VTubers that also left other organizations and are making it big right now too. Like for the first time I bought VTuber merchandise at Anime Expo, right? I got a Saba shirt, which that's the former person behind Gura. I got a Saba shirt because it looked cool, it looked good. Even I originally went there to buy merch for my friend, and I ended up getting a shirt. Literally first time I bought any VTuber merch. And then that same weekend, I bought a jacket. I bought this. Hold on a second. I bought this jacket. Sorry. I bought this jacket. I've never bought. It looks so cool. Right? I bought a Zentreya jacket. I've never bought anything like this before, but it looks really cool. So I bought it. First time. So needless to say, I guess I'm definitely on the newer side when it comes to VTubing, the fandom. However, I have been seeing a little bit about like some crazy stuff that's been happening. Companies treating their people wrong, and then they have to leave, and it's just. But I've kind of mostly ignored it, to be honest, because I wasn't really in that space. But hearing this about Ironmouse kind of it was shocking to me too. This just as shocking, probably even more shocking than hearing that Gura was leaving Hololive, to be honest. So let's jump right into it and see what she got to say, man. I've heard a little bit of it, but I haven't really analyzed anything. And like I said, I need other people's knowledge to help me understand what's going on. Here we go. So why did Ironmouse leave VShojo?
VShojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid.
Jesus
and most
Christ.
Importantly,
that's not good.
The thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity.
She has immune deficiency, yeah. I remember that.
And also the reason why
and she has been. I remember her doing charities.
Is owed over $500,000 from VShojo.
Wow, that just sounds like someone needs to go to jail. Holy shit! $500,000? How? I need to turn this down. Let me yell. How? How can you let someone? How can someone have the? Okay, this is so dumb. Okay. Oh my God. How can How can someone have the gall to steal $500,000 from a charity and think no one's gonna find out? Now, obviously, normally I say we need to hear the other side as well, but like, I just feel like I've heard so many good things about Ironmouse, and it seems like she's like a really nice person and well respected. Like, I am like positive there's no way she's confused about any of this. Like, this definitely happened. Holy fudge. I might cuss a little bit, guys. Sorry, I might cuss a little bit. Just work with it. She's the face of that. You know what's weird? You know what this is like? Okay, so I'm more of a sports guy. This is like the Cleveland Cavaliers not paying LeBron James. This will be to VTubing that if we found out the Cleveland Cavaliers weren't paying LeBron James when he was in Cleveland. That's kind of that's the closest thing I can think of as a sports guy. Like, this is the face of your franchise. Why would you do that? Because like the backlash would basically just destroy your company. It wasn't worth it. $500,000 is not worth this.
Jojo, I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you.
Okay.
I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait
for
more
fair.
of the legal procedure to unfold.
Yeah.
So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story.
Yeah, and guys, that's the right thing to do. When people get into these situations like this, you may want them to spill the whole beans and everything like that, but for their legal safety, they can't do it. It's just not smart. Because you might make a mistake saying something, and then they'll use that against you in court. They're waiting for you to mess up, essentially, most of the time. So you have to do it the legal way. If it's serious enough, you'll do it the legal way. So here we go.
But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of VShojo.
You're damn
If you
right.
give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself.
Okay.
I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you were ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I
Okay.
was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming.
So she basically was just stuck in her house the whole time, because if she went outside and got too sick, she might die, is what I'm hearing. Is that essentially correct? Is there no cure? I'm assuming there isn't a cure. You just have to work through it. I'm assuming. So that's the reason why she became a VTuber. Okay, so that was one of the most pure, normal reasons to want to be a VTuber, to be honest. Or at least go on stream a lot.
And I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to,
totally
5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time.
And I feel like that's what makes me like her. I don't watch her streams, but that's why I like some of these VTubers who grind and do their thing online and they're super successful, because most of them don't start off doing this stuff, man. They don't do this for the money. They just do it because they just love doing it. And in some cases, they just do it because they just, like her, she just wants to have friends. And that's such a nice reason, a good reason to want to do this stuff. So when they get successful, they deserve it. And you just feel okay, this is how it's supposed to be. A good person does good things and they get rewarded. That's how life should be like.
Time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life.
This is Ironmouse,
But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream. And that's how I started VTubing. It took me...
By the way, some of you guys have asked me to be a VTuber. I would have considered it years ago more, but as I got more comfortable with how I look and actually been more confident with how I look, I don't know if it matters anymore. Plus, I think the space is too saturated for me anyway. I don't know if that would work out, to be honest.
A while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time
Ender.
when I was approached to join VShojo.
That's
And
when
it
you
was
started-
through
okay.
VShojo that I was able to grow into the Ironmouse that I am today. When I was
Okay, so it sounds like she's saying there was some benefits to joining VShojo. It seems like that's what she's at least like giving some credence to. I have thoughts about this. I'll wait till later.
approached in 2020 and asked to join VShojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't.
Yeah.
In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything.
I just want to say real quick, I think if you can, even if you are a corpo, even if you work in an office, I think everyone's goal in life should be to find a way to own your own thing. Whether it's your own business, something. Because because these companies, most companies around the world, they're going to throw you away. At some point, you're not going to have the value to them that they want you to have, and then they'll throw you away, whether or not it's your fault or not. You could do nothing wrong, and most companies will do this to you. I have two stories about me doing nothing wrong and just doing my job best I can, getting let go, and it tearing me apart. It tearing me up mentally because I wasn't able to handle that because I thought it was all my fault. And then years later, I looked back on it, I was like, I did literally nothing wrong. So I make less money than I did when I worked in the office doing like video editing, for example. I make less money. So ever since I left that job, I've been I more or less been struggling. But only really the last year has it been stabilizing a little bit to the point where I can officially say I'm doing my own thing and surviving. I wish I made as much as I did back then doing that, and I think we will. But yeah, I think this is like probably one of the best things that ever happened to me, like having my own business as a voice actor. But because I'm not gonna fire myself for stupid stuff, that's for sure. But anyways, let's keep it going.
I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a
I think a lot of
while,
people feel
I
like
was
that
struggling
sometimes, yeah.
to make a decision
Yeah.
because I was afraid about my anonymity
Fair.
and
Fair.
afraid about trusting people because
Jeez, I wonder why. I wonder why you were worrying about trusting people, and it's totally valid. Because what the hell just happened? Jesus Christ! I just realized something. If one of her main concerns was anonymity, how was she able to circumvent that with VShojo? Because I would assume in order to pay her, they would need her personal information. How would they have done that?
I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and 1,000,001 other things. But I ultimately decided to join VShojo.
Okay.
It really pains me.
To be honest, I'm glad that she overcame her anxiety about it and at least gave it a shot. Because I tell you guys all the time, if you want something to be done, and even if you have concerns and it's not perfect scenarios for you to do it, like for me, it wasn't a perfect scenario to get into voice acting at all. I was unemployed when I got into voice acting, but with all those concerns, I did it anyway. I think that was probably a good growing step for her to even do that, to be honest. So good stuff for her. But she's going to go into it a little bit more, I guess. Let's go right into it.
Here to join VShojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you.
Okay.
I would always be told how important I was for the company. And I was always told that I was needed in order for the...
Oh my god. I'm sorry. The reason why I paused it is because I literally got told the same shit. Back when I was doing video editing for his company, basically they did work for clients in the military. They would do like visual stuff, like graphics for their magazines, photos, video editing, all that stuff. And a year before I got let go, they had a conversation with me, and they told me how important I was to the team because I was literally the only one doing the video editing. Yeah, like I had a supervisor, and he may go over some of the storyboards with me briefly, but for the most part, I was doing all by myself, and I needed help so bad. But basically, they finally brought someone in who graduated from college recently, and they told me, we got some help for you. Show them how everything's done. And then I wasn't even thinking about it, and they literally told me, the guy literally told me, hey, this is to help the position. This isn't to, we're not trying to replace you or let you go. You're important to the team. You're important to what you do. What you do is important. We like what you're doing. Less than a year later, I was fired. The same month, I moved to be close to the company because of them badgering me to do so, by the way. The same month that I've gotten to my new apartment, they fired me. And they gave me no reason. They wouldn't even let me go to my desk to get my stuff. So, yeah. So that's why I had to pause, because it literally reminded me of that moment. And I'm getting a little bit emotional right now, just a tiny bit.
Company to succeed.
Hearing this.
Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt
because they knew if she left, they would all leave. They knew if she left. This sounds like she was thinking about leaving way beforehand. They knew if she left, everyone would leave right behind her, because they would know if she left, that means something they did wrong. That's how much pull she had. And deservedly so. Right? So they manipulated her, it sounds like, emotionally, because they knew they needed her to be to keep her being the face of their organization, to draw more talent in. Didn't they recently get Amelie? I wonder if she's still part of the VShojo, or she left too.
In designing, I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike.
And I can imagine her feeling bad, because she probably had a hand in getting those people there, like convincing them to join VShojo. Probably had some part of a hand. So if she was to leave, it would feel like she left them hanging, and she would feel bad about that. I can imagine that. I can imagine that. So that's why she felt, see, that's what happened. She cares. I was gonna say she cares too much, but she just very empathetic person by the looks of it.
And I felt like,
by the feel of it,
if I didn't do this, and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody, and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns.
Okay.
I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life. So one amazing thing for me was the fact that VShojo handled all my payments. And it meant...
God damn it. In her efforts to be anonymous so that no one could find out who she really is, she left. She trusted VShojo to handle payments, and that's how they were able to get the money. That's what happened. They took advantage of her fear of being found out who she really was, of her anonymity. They took advantage of her and took her money. Nate, no. Not her, just her money. Money that would have gone to sick people who needed help. You're scum. If you feel like you can twist your mind to think that that's okay.
That I never had to give out any of my personal information. So that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances.
Exactly.
This is what led me to this point.
Oh, so she didn't even know they were doing it until she decided to go get her own money out of her own account. And then she was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Where's my money? That's... I had a situation a few years ago where I found out someone was taking money out of a family an account from a family member, and they thought we didn't notice. We don't talk to that person anymore. I don't talk to that person anymore. They still deny it to this day, but we have records. Let's put it that way.
The years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction.
I remember seeing clips and stuff like
other
this.
Miscellaneous
Not this
events
one specifically.
That we've had. However,
but I remember the tiny iron mouse at the bottom. That was cute.
For the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following 2 subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350.
My God, girl, dang, let's go! Dude, you know how many people got help because of her, dude? That's insane. I would not be surprised if she used that foundation before she got big to help her out.
To the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came
That's probably
from
what
my
the
Twitch
motivation
revenue,
is.
Instead of a Tiltify link, it required VShojo to make the donation on my behalf.
Because she didn't want the foundation to have access to her actual name. So that's where it was. If she was to take the account away to make sure the money went away herself, there was risk that her information could be really leaked. That's in her mind, at least. In this world where people's identity gets stolen all the time, that's a valid fear. Like I said, we're going to look at other videos because there's going to be lots of people who have a lot better understanding of this whole world than I do. I'm just giving you my initial thoughts on it right now. So I guarantee some of the stuff I'm saying is probably off.
Promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success.
Oh, they actually did it.
So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record.
Wait, when was this? Was this the time? Is this when she I think I heard a little bit about this. Is this the whole Kai Cenat thing? When she passed Kai Cenat? Is that what that is?
But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the immune deficiency.
$515,000 from... I don't know. First of all, it would be great regardless. I thought the $500,000 was from all of the fundraising combined. It was just from one? Wow, I wish more people would do stuff like this, man. Like, that's... I mean, people do. Let's be fair. People do charities and stuff like that, but just... That's amazing.
Foundation. I once again asked VShojo to make the donation on my behalf.
And they didn't do it
but
this time.
Unfortunately, still a year later, VShojo has not paid the charity.
It's not their money. It's not VShojo's money. I wonder if they tried to sneak some bullshit into the contract that gives them the ability to hold the money like this. I wonder if they have something like this. They did it the first time to gain trust with her. The second time, it was even more money. It was like, hold on, let's not be too hasty. Is that what I'm hearing here? You know, when I started hearing about other VTubing agencies having issues and talent leaving, like controversies, I didn't really go too much into it. But the general feeling I usually said was, number one, it's better to be indie, period. Even if you do join an agency, don't stay for more than a year or two and just work your ass off. Learn as much of the business side as you can, and then leave. That's what I think. And then the second thing I said was, and mostly because Ironmouse was there, at least VShojo isn't like this. Because it seems like other companies, they're all black companies. In terms of, the term black company is, so you know what I mean. That's what I said in the past. I had no evidence of this whatsoever. I just held on hope that was the case because Ironmouse was at VShojo. That was it. Anyway, I guess I was wrong.
The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity.
How much?
We almost always raised for charity. Nearly $4 million for charity.
$4 million.
We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection. And this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely.
Okay.
When I
so she's
really
giving. So part of it is that she's
turn.
giving back.
I was terrified. I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds.
Why is it that every time it feels like someone wants to do something good, there's always someone there ready to just take it all away? They just can't wait for the opportunity to steal and manipulate. Why is it always the case? Why can't it be I do the work and I do it the right way for the right reasons, and I get rewarded, or the people that I'm trying to help get the help. Why can't it ever be that simple? It always got to be some BS. It's always got to be that for some reason. At least that's what it feels like. I made a post on Twitter last night when I heard about it. And I guess I'll pull it up. I will pull it up. Doesn't have any views or anything. I don't care. I've literally just started getting into watching VTubers this year, and then all this craziness started happening. Honestly, this low-key makes me not want to invest into the whole industry as much, right? Whether it's getting my own model or anything like that, or buying merch from organizations. I feel like if they're not indie, I'm not buying from them anymore. And that's really unfortunate to say, because I know there's some really good people that are probably doing some really good work and for these companies. I'm just not in the mood to like fund these organizations anymore. I'm really not. Like, I almost got a Cali jacket. Actually, let me just realize something. Let me double check something. Yeah, the VShojo logo is on that jacket. God damn it. All right. Anyways, I personally don't see how anyone considered being a VTuber isn't only considering being independent at this point. I know there may be an outlier somewhere, but it just feels like with everything that's happened the last year, joining an agency is straight up asking to be taken advantage of. Lessons to be learned for sure. I wish Ironmouse the best. She did not deserve this BS. Like, it just, that's how I kind of feel right now, guys. I think we're at the point in this lifespan of VTubers where everyone, that if you are a VTuber with any type of any sizable following, there is no reason for you to join an agency. They don't give you anything. They just take. That's my personal opinion on the matter. If you want marketing services so you can get merchandise and collabs and stuff like that, then what I would suggest to you, and if you're...
Which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from VShojo.
Everyone needs to go to jail.
That I could tell you more.
Jail.
But right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings.
Yeah,
as of right
serious.
now,
Yeah.
I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Okay, everybody, open up the video. If you get ads for this video, let them run. Let them things run.
I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the
Shouldn't have to apologize. Well, it's the thing about people who care about other people, like genuinely care about other people. They don't like to see them in any type of discomfort. And when you're talking about money, people are going to be upset, even a little bit, at least disappointed that they put money in something and it's not going to where it's supposed to go. That's a natural response. And as the face of those events, it makes sense for her to apologize for that. Like, it makes sense. That's called responsibility, to be honest. She's also probably empathetic to a fault, in my personal opinion, because I've been burned by being too empathetic before. But like, you're supposed to do that. That's the right thing to do.
Description box is a link to a donation
If
fund
VShojo
for
owes
the
them money
Immune
and an
Deficiency
apology, they
Foundation.
probably won't do it.
Thankfully,
Unless
any
they are
donations
forced to
made through
in court.
Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is
I
also
never heard
there
of
if
Tiltify.
you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Hold on, pause real quick. Is that in?
Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So, thank you.
I don't think VTubing is the issue. It's not VTubing. VTubing is not the issue. It's, like I said in the beginning, when a phenomenon happens in media or entertainment or anything where there is a lot of potential money to be made, you have a bunch of people going like this, counting money before they even have it in their hands. And a lot of those people are up to no good. A lot of them. A lot of these businesses are up to no good. Like, I can't believe, like, I was upset before when I heard about the Hololive stuff, even though I didn't know too much about it. And like other VTube agencies I heard about the last few years, I've heard some stuff about other people when I wasn't really too deep into it. And I felt this way, but I always thought, like, you know, and it probably was because of Ironmouse, like maybe VShojo is different. Because at least they get to keep their IPs. You know what I mean? Like they promoted themselves as like maximum freedom. And I am tired of just believing these companies, bro. I'm just tired of it. Every time I do, I hear something like this happen. Straight up. I thought Hololive was cool. Especially when they started bringing in English-speaking VTubers. They're no different. And my person, like someone's gonna be in the comments, or someone's gonna be like, "No, that's different," or "If this company's different." Okay, sure, all right, yo, show me the 1%. Go right ahead. But like the vast majority of these companies, they are amoral by nature. They only care about, like the people at the top, only really care about numbers, data, and money. And if it isn't making them money, they will find ways for them to make it money, even if even at the detriment of the people below them. They don't care. And if they get in trouble, they'll just pay their way out of it. That's how they always do it. I think VShojo's done. There's no way VShojo survives this. No way. That company needs to go away. I was going to say other words. That company needs to go away. And those people involved need to go to jail. All right? Because what they're going to do if someone does not go to jail, they're just going to do it to someone else. They're just going to do it to someone else. If this could happen to her, what do you think is happening to other VTubers right now that we don't even know about? That's what I'm thinking. It's like, to me, Gura and Ironmouse, untouchable. Don't mess with them, right? If you are a company, like, if you want to work, I feel like a company who's willing to do that to an Ironmouse, to a Gura. I don't think Gura is exactly the same. I think it's not the same, but if you have Michael Jordan in your organization, you do everything to keep Michael Jordan happy. Not just for Michael's sake, but for your sake as well. Because the fallout, just even on the most selfish of motivations, the fallout between you and that star will be a huge detriment to your future ability to make money, reputation, etc. And on the most selfish of motivations, okay? So I'm not even giving them the credit of being good people. I'm just saying they only are concerned with making money. Even with that in mind, you still wouldn't do what they did to Ironmouse. You still wouldn't do that because the risk to your reputation, to your company, to your bottom line is just not worth it. So why were they still able to do this? Why do they still have the guts to do this? Is beyond me. Genuinely. I'm genuinely serious. You don't even have to be a good person to decide not to do this. They aren't going to have anyone left until they close down unless they find people who don't care or desperate. Well, the thing is, these companies thrived on people who are desperate. They use the allure of VTubing as a way to get rich or to become famous, just like a lot of other entertainment companies do, and then they draw these young people in, anyone in, and they take advantage of them. Well, not everyone tried to keep Jordan happy, cough, cough, NASCAR. Okay. I'm just saying, like, I would imagine that if someone pissed off Michael Jordan in a business deal or organization, that a lot of people connected to Michael would probably not work with them either. And that's a lot of money they don't get, right? You know what I mean? Or a book comes out about them later. Or whatever. Like, I'm even taking the fact that they're greedy into account. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, as a logical person, even if I was considered myself a greedy person who only was here for the money, like a cold-hearted, calculated monster who only cared about money, I wouldn't even do that. Because the risk to my bottom line is so severe from this coming out. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's mind-boggling to me why they would still do that. Like, the levels of stupidity are so absurd that it even superseded their desire to make money. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's still bad, but at least with that logic, that line of logic, they're not actively trying to hurt Ironmouse. Like I said, like this is me thinking hardcore, cold-hearted monster, just want to make money business. They wouldn't even do this. So why? I feel like in the next several months we'll get more information because a lot of this can't be told in the public right now. They gotta go do litigation and stuff like that. Because that money needs to go back. That money needs that. I don't even know if that money's there anymore. I guarantee you that money's already gone. I guarantee you that money is already gone. There's no way they're just holding it for like a rainy day. Because if they were holding it and they still had it, they would just say, and she found out, they were like, oh, my bad. They probably would make up some dumb excuse like, oh, my bad, and give the money up to the company. 100%, this is a lawsuit. You know? Like, you heard her crying through the words, bro. Like, normally that doesn't move me because I know that people will use their tears to get their way in a manipulative fashion. And because of because experience I've had in my life, I am more numb to that. And I look at it in a more cold, logical way because I know I've had people use those tears to manipulate what they want or to say things or to justify their behavior. I've had that happen before. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. We're gonna look more into it over the next few days, and we'll probably. I think I want to keep track of it more. Someone said that the VOD is being weird. The video's being weird. Let me check. Let me check the stream. On Twitch, right? Okay. I'm going to probably not too much editing, but I probably will repost this VOD, this reaction, because it sounds like some of you guys are having issues with the video. But it looks like the screen is fine on my end on Twitch, so all right guys, so that's the video. Let's look more into some other things. I'm not happy to hear that at all. Now the next person I want to hear their perspective on it is Connor, obviously. Considering he's probably the second most important person I want to hear. You know, he worked with Mouse on a lot of these charity events, and mad respect to him for that. I saw him at Expo, but I never got a chance to talk to him or even say hi. My friend did though, got a picture. Well, you know, lucky him. But well, that's a huge ass monkey plush in the background. That's so cool. Anyway, let's see what he has to say about it. I would imagine he is super pissed. If you want to stop or take a break, go ahead. I'm going to keep on going, man. Like, I just want to hear what he has to say. I would imagine he's super pissed. But I would like to, because of my inexperience with all this stuff, I want to see what his perspective is on it, and if he gives out any information that I could, you know, better understand what's going on besides my emotional reaction, you know what I mean? And the reaction video will still have black screens in some parts. GG, I'm recording this VOD onto my hard drive, so it will not have those. It will not have those.
Okay. So, like, look, today the plan is, I don't know. I'll talk about it a bit. You know, we'll get over it. We'll get over it. We'll move on. We'll do. Maybe we'll play a short game later on. I'm not gonna stream crazy today, obviously. But yeah, no, I mean, like, look, it's a shit show. It is a shit show through and through.
Yep.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close chat because I think chat distracts me. I think the best way to kind of handle it is to just have a little bit of a chat about what I can say right now.
We're learning more about the Ironmouse situation.
There's a lot going on.
The VShojo situation, man.
There's a lot that can be said, a lot that can't be said for obvious reasons.
Yep.
You know, this is all kind of new, but I think I'll talk a little bit about my initial impressions. We can maybe talk about.
I'll explain it to you after this random
business of running an agency, about what that looks like, and then we can get into the final section, which will be my personal thoughts.
Okay.
I'm pretty angry, as you can probably guess. It does feel weird streaming right now, and I know I've not got chat up, but I think I don't want to look at chat because I want to kind of just talk and give you my own thoughts about it and kind of go into it. And I think, first of all, the really important thing to keep in mind right now as a viewer, because I'm sure you're all very confused, and you all have a lot that you
am a little confused, but mostly angry.
You want to understand how this happened.
Mostly upset, dude.
What is happening, the full breadth of all of it, and it sucks. But the sad truth is that we have to like wait for everything to kind of unfold, wait for everything to unravel. And obviously, the fact that you guys are even hearing about this now means that a lot of things have gone wrong up until this point, right? Like,
that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. This doesn't just happen all of a sudden. This is after a series of multiple mistakes and miscommunications, or whether it's miscommunication or just straight up bad behavior on one side or the other, right? From behind the scenes. This has probably been happening over the course of, it sounds like, maybe a year. I'm going to assume a year here.
I know this is all brand new news to all of you guys, but I think what you need to keep in mind is that if it is brand new to you guys, this has been simmering and cooking for a hot minute. So keep that in mind. This is unfortunately a very slow and unsatisfying
to the
process.
subject at hand.
And everyone right now is going to try and get their like thoughts in. We live in a time where you get paid to hold people's attention, so everyone's going to be saying a lot of things.
He has a point there. I guess in a way, I'm part of that because I'm reacting to it like it hasn't even been like 24 hours. I I hope it doesn't feel like I'm just trying to take advantage of like a situation that's terrible just to make something. I hope it doesn't feel like that. I genuinely want to figure out what's going on.
And making their own thoughts on it.
Bonjour, Connor. Chat and
I should probably
mods.
turn this off for now.
Also, welcome new chatters.
So where was I? What was I saying? Sorry, Unk is done. Unk is done. Unk is done. Right. Okay. So there's a it's a bombshell right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in because I feel
Fair.
like people cared an awful lot about this thing, and the thing isn't there. And a lot of people also just are curious what's going on. A lot of people who've never even heard of VTubing or VShojo want to know what's going on. So there's a lot of people who are trying to
4 people in my
get
chat
anything.
guys
And
know what
unfortunately,
VTubing is.
all the information that is available now is majoritively from Mouse's statement. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, there won't be any more information for
Okay.
a while obviously things need to go underway. Hopefully, you guys don't have to wait too long. But just keep that in mind that there are a lot of people out there that want to make their quick buck from this, and they'll be saying whatever the fuck and all this stuff, and just know that unfortunately you just have to wait. It does suck. It really sucks because everyone deserves answers. This is a pretty it's very serious what's being accused, obviously, because it is not drama.
Second.
It is literally a crime.
It is, yeah.
This is like a
literally
genuine crime. This
Yeah.
is not like YouTube drama. He said, she said, like some serious shit. And obviously, in Mouse's video, Mouse mentions that, she is owed money as well. And that's just what we know from Mouse, is that that's being claimed. So it's some pretty hefty allegations he handled. So that's why,
fair.
I'm also going to make sure that I handle this in the proper way, even though I am fucking angry. So I'm sorry, you're not going to get like this.
Rattle Mouse. Sorry, not Rattle Mouse. Rattle Me. The situation is one of the largest VTubers in the world just left an organization because she found out they stole, at the very least, $500,000 from her. That was going to charity, and they never gave the money to the charity. Either it's completely gone, or they're just holding it for some dumb reason. So we're just finding out about it right now.
Scoop from me, and I'm not going to give you any more information, private information about it. Like, if you're expecting that, that's not what you're going to get.
No, of course not.
I'm obviously
course
going to wait for Mouse to handle this and all the legal stuff to be done. So you're not going to get any of that from me. But we can talk a bit more about.
Random question.
We do know what's public. And,
Actually,
then we'll get into.
I'll wait to the end
on this whole mess. Now,
I'll wait.
I know this is a bit of a tangent, but I think it's really important. I think it's really important to quickly talk about the business of running a fucking agency. I think it would be fun to tell you guys.
Okay, actually, this might be. I would love to hear this
because I think it's interesting, and I think it'll help us understand better what might have happened and what might have gone on a bit here. As somebody who has been a YouTuber and stuff for a very long time, we can talk about roughly what happened. So let's say you have company. Okay, why do I have white?
What program is this?
So let me kill the music. I'm gonna kill the music. Not the MS Paint. We're doing the MS Paint. We're doing it. My thing is not very good. Let's say you have a company.
These guys make millions of dollars, and they're still using MS Paint to diagram situations to us. Okay, sure, all right, okay. All right. You don't have Adobe. I get it.
And it's called Sea Dog. No, very
Adobe,
fundamentally, I think we all easily understand this concept.
Yes, just get Adobe.
For a business to work, the money that goes in, all right, needs to be bigger than money go out. That's a pretty simple, it's a pretty easy understanding of business, right?
Yes,
okay.
That's how you make money.
And then you hear someone in chat goes, well, actually, it does actually change.
So generally speaking, the money you make needs to be more than the money you spend in order for you to run a business. Unless, of course, you're the WNBA. That doesn't matter.
Is now you have these genius people
My bad. Holy crap.
In the great place
sorry.
of San Francisco who had this genius model that was what if money that goes in is just nothing, and money that goes out is money that goes in is big investor.
This is my business. This was my business for most of my life. What if we're making no money and we're just shilling out tons of money? This is... Hold on a second. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that was kind of my business model. Yeah, it was terrible.
Money. Company has to make fuck all. Hundreds of millions. Just keep shoveling it in. There's not like, but generally speaking, money needs to come in.
Yes.
At a bigger amount than money goes out.
Yes.
Very simple. Very, very simple.
Right now, we're at the point, Chad, in case you're wondering, the money that's coming in is only slightly higher than the money I have to shill out to survive. Only slightly higher. So, yeah, it's still pretty bad, but, we're at least we don't have to eat ramen noodles every day.
From my Sea Dog agency, there are a couple of ways that I could make some money from talent. So let's say I want to start. I have my amazing talents here, and then there's some revenue that I can get. So I could take it from let's say if they're a YouTuber like me, and I want to take money from myself because I'm the top talent at Sea Dog Corp.
Yeah,
Bro
are
thinks
you?
he's Pirate Self. Okay, no, my dad never worked at Blizzard. All right, so you could.
My
take
dad
it
didn't
from,
work at Blizzard.
Ad revenue.
I forget who he's referencing, but I do know what he's talking about.
This is like a common way that company. Okay, my handwriting is not very good.
I needed to
This
laugh
is like
a
your
little bit,
Twitch
to be
money.
honest, guys.
This is your
I needed to
YouTube
I'm
ad
glad he's making me
revenue.
laugh a little bit.
Money that you get from just
I
kind
needed this.
of doing your
I needed
YouTuber
it.
things, and there's not really like a
I
money
was genuinely pissed.
number
I was
that's
just trying
agreed
so
on,
hard to
right?
show
So
it on
like
stream.
1 month you could make
It's not
I don't
working.
know, like $1,000 from this, right?
Okay.
And then there's also
$1,000.
sponsorships, which you've seen me do plenty of time. Lord knows I've promoted some games that maybe I but look, that's fine because you know what? Sea Dog Corp just got $2,000. Nice. Okay, nice.
Nice.
This also.
I could use
merch.
$2,000.
We can sell merch.
Yes.
We can sell the merch.
Sea Dog merch?
SeaDogVA.com, where
Wait,
you can get
that's
it,
your stuff?
and the company will typically,
I didn't know you did
they'll
that.
help our top talent, Sea Dog. They'll help him make some merch, and we'll take a cut. So we'll get
Okay.
like 500. This is nice. Now we've got some cash flow. There is also
Yeah.
other miscellaneous stuff that you can make money from, but this will always be like the big three. Like you can make money from like convention appearances, licensing. Like if Mouse wanted
That's why
to,
you boys trying to get conventions, man.
like,
Helps out a lot.
release I don't know a
That's what I'm doing
pickaxe.
streamily.
You can make
That's
the
big-
mouse
one big part of
pickaxe.
it.
It's like 5,000. I did 5,000, right? So like there's loads of different ways, but these
Okay.
tend to be like the big ways that you make money, right? Generally
Yeah,
speaking,
advertising,
like the
sponsorships, and
normal amount that a
merchandise.
talent agency will take is like 10 to 25, but normally 20% of the talent's like revenue. Like
And it should be because they got that for you. If they do the work and they go out and if an agent goes out and gets you this work, they do the work to find it for you, and they say here, and you just gotta work and just do the thing and make the money, then yeah, of course they get like a small cut. That's fair. That's how it's supposed to work. Yeah, that's fair.
but they might not take it from everything, right? But you need to take something because otherwise, you don't have a lot of money coming in. So let's say we're taking 10% of all of this. All right, we've got,
Okay.
so let's say Sea Dog Corp's taking 10%, right? This is not a very, this is already getting messy. Can I get a bigger eraser? Why is it default so small? This is tiny. What the fuck is this?
Stop using MS Paint, please.
This is such an unhelpful eraser. So let's say Sea Dog
Yeah,
Corp is
it's
taking
like you shouldn't use MS Paint to do your TED Talks.
10%. And right now we have $8,000, so they're taking $800.
God, it's
Why is
even
this
worse
small?
now.
What is this?
This is the worst TED Talk. My brother in Christ, just type it out. just open up Word. Just open up Microsoft Word, man, or something, and just type the words out. He's making it so. He can making it hard on himself for nothing, dude. Like I can barely read what he wrote here. I thought this said Advil. I was like, what is he selling Advil at Sea Dog Company for? I thought this said Advil. I don't even know what that says now. This is Alrev? Ad revenue. That's what it says. Wow, bro. Okay, anyways.
Okay, there we go. We're back. All right,
Okay.
nice. We're taking a whopping $800 a month. Now,
All right, glorious.
what you might
Now
have
we can buy
realized
that Adobe
very
subscription.
quickly is that that's actually like not a whole lot of money. That's
It
not
really
a whole lot
isn't.
of money for Sea-Dog to pay, well, me, the
It really
employee,
isn't.
right? Like, what's the average salary of someone who lives in the US, right? Like, it'd be, I don't know, like, what is it, like $4,000, $5,000? And obviously for talent agencies, like, let's say the average salary is like $5,000.
Yeah.
And if it's San Fran, boy, you better be prepared to double it. So basically, what needs to happen?
So now you guys know, like, I ain't making a lot right now. That's why I need you guys to go to the right side of the screen and click the buttons and just click these buttons, man. Like, check this stuff out, man. Because your boy's struggling too. But
It is that, like,
you don't
if a
make a
talent's on
lot.
10%, which is quite generous, I'd say it's normally 15 to 20.
It's so funny.
normally,
He's trying
is
his
that
best. Are you sure about
they
that?
need to somehow find, and let's just say you have just one manager, they need to find $5,000 of money here, like,
Yeah.
per month.
Per month.
Right, and
yeah.
they're only taking 10 to 20%. So they're like, the money in this is like, it's either like really good or really bad. So this is why when you hear about a lot of talent agencies that are small, you never really hear about like mid-sized talent agencies, because it's kind of really hard to exist in this middle ground where if you're like a creator or something, there's not a whole lot of money that you can make to pay staff, because there's not just like one staff. You're probably paying like 2 or 3 staff, right? There's a lot
of people.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of
Yeah.
money that needs to be generated for all this
fair.
to be paid.
That's
I know
fair.
that 5K is low, and I know that if it's like San Fran, it would be like crazy, right? But just stay with me. So this is why for a long time, talent agencies have been kind of like dominated by the really, really big dogs. Because, you know, if you sign like one
I will
contract with
pay
like
for this
Katy
man's
Perry,
subscription to Adobe.
right? Like Katy
I swear to
Perry
God.
or Caitlyn Jenner does a Pepsi deal, and it's gonna go great.
Okay.
And the Pepsi deal
Random
might be
Caitlyn
worth
Jenner, okay.
like $5 million. Suddenly, you know, $5 million. If we're taking 10% of $5 million,
Yeah.
holy moly, we're in it. Now we're cooking. Now we're making some fucking money in this business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
We're
fair.
making some big bucks. So that traditionally talent agencies have kind of been pretty like top heavy, and there's a lot of big companies that kind of control the space. And there's not a lot of small companies, which is why when you've probably seen a couple of like really small agencies that exist, and the main way that they that they like stay afloat is by just having like zero running costs. So they don't have many staff. Like it might be like the CEO is the one who does pretty much all the deals and stuff like that. So like,
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, just if I was to translate to what I'm doing right now, in order for me to survive with how much I'm making right now, which technically isn't a lot, I have to like spend so little money on certain things. Obviously, I still spend money on like things I like every once in a while, but like this, I never do this. Last month was the first time I ever did something like this for myself. I mean, no, this month is the first month in years I've ever done something like get me new clothes like this. Like, that's how frugal I have to be in order to survive, especially in LA. I had to do this in Virginia. So just to point it out, guys, I'm not, just because I am running a business here technically, right? And literally all the money I'm making is mostly from ad revenue on the YouTube channel. I'm barely making anything off of Twitch at all. That's why I'm trying to go to Kick. The memberships help out a ton, guys, by the way. So definitely join the membership on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit.
there's a massive imbalance, and there's not really like a solid way for like a mid-sized agency to exist. This is all being said, and I want you to keep this in mind. And the whole point of this was that like, and I'm not trying to like, say judge how a business was ran, but the problem is if you're kind of not taking any of this money, you kind of don't have a business,
Wait, is he saying VShojo doesn't take any money from ad revenue, merch, or? Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? I just got a VShojo jacket. Like, they gotta be taking a cut from that. What are you talking about? We'll see what he's saying.
It's kind of, you kind of don't have anything. I think it's important to take that, and a lot of stuff was public, and so you can kind of figure out what might have been going wrong. And on top of that,
I wonder if when it comes to stuff like VShojo merch, is if they are basically doing some type of licensing agreement with the VTuber to use their likeness to sell merch, and then that's how they're getting it done. That's how they're making their money. off of the merchandise from VShojo related products for like Zentreya or Ironmouse or whatever. But this does seem already a lot different than what Hollow does.
Like, just
Would
okay.
do.
Sticking to pure factual public statement knowledge that stuff that like that would be available to you to know is that like something VShojo owes the Immunophysicity Foundation a lot of money, $500,000.
Yes.
And they've in Mouse Video as well. Mouse has also owed money. I'm just like curious, how did that happen? Because from my perspective, I feel like it should have been pretty easy.
It is pretty easy if you do it the right way. Yeah. Oh yeah. Something tells me they owed a lot of money and they were desperate and they had to figure out some way of paying that money. And because they have direct control of Ironmouse's money, they figure they would use the money and then just recoup it later without telling her. That's what I'm thinking, but I could be wrong.
This is an article from like 3 years ago. Is that like, just saying, an interesting article. That's it. I'm just going to leave it there. And also,
VShojo talent agency focused on avatar live streaming raises $11 million. The funding will be directed towards supporting new technology, merchandise, content creation, and presence at events, such as major conventions in the gaming and anime scenes. Something tells me a huge, massive chunk of that 11 million went towards themselves to promote, as an investment, to promote their presence at conventions, to sell merch with people like Mrage, for example, to sell merchandise with their characters on it, with these characters on it. This is what I'm thinking. I don't know how much actually went towards new technology. That's a very vague term. It's like saying, "Oh, we're going to help help you let's say this X amount of money is going towards building you a new PC or renovating the house." And all they do is just change the doorknobs. You know what I mean? It counts as renovation technically. If you blink, if you squint. Where'd the rest of it go? Oh, we invested back towards the company to, for more guest appearances and so that, so more people know about the renovation project. Mm-hmm. And building a new piece doesn't even cost that much. Not exactly. Brother, I would not be surprised if we find out none of these VTubers saw any of this money.
I was curious because I saw this tweet that someone posted. I saw this tweet where someone posted that.
Look at this.
Remember when VShojo?
How much money do you think Ironmouse made for them using her image like this? I hope it was something. I'm leaning towards not much. I feel like every time someone uses my image for advertisement, I'm getting paid. Especially if I'm someone like this. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
So this all over the Tokyo subway to brag about how well they treated their talents.
Yeah,
I was thinking
brag.
about this.
This is basically a brag.
Like, I know that station. That's fucking Shinjuku Station. I go through that.
Wait, what? Is it? Oh, they're trying to get. Their plan was to hit Japan. Their plan was to hit Japan hard with VShojo, encroach on a HoloLive space, even more. Their plan was to compete with HoloLive. If that's the goal, now you see where the money was going. That's my guess. Now you see where the money was going. They bit off more than they can chew. They were super successful. They wanted to expand aggressively. They bit off more than they can chew, and now they're in the hole. And in their desperation, this shit happened. This is probably what happened, guys. And the reason why I say this is because I lost a job for the exact same reason. For the exact same reason.
All the time. And I was wondering, I was like, how much does it cost to get that. Because
Yeah, right, exactly. How much? He is right on the ball here. I think I'm correct, guys. I think I'm close. And obviously, as someone who is nowhere near as versed in the VTubing space or how businesses work with these content creators like this, I guarantee you something along the lines of what I just said is exactly what happened with this business.
personally,
and I only would know this because I experienced it firsthand.
My opinion, it would be nice if instead of advertising, we could, perhaps put that money towards the immune efficiency. And so I actually found the exact costs of how much it costs to do this.
Don't.
Fun fact.
Oh,
yeah, here they are. It's a lot of money. So this is one of the.
I guarantee you. Is this the price? I guarantee you this isn't 100. This is 130 yen. This is probably more than that, right?
One of the ways that you.
What does that say, guys? Is that 130,000?
So this piece of information here.
13,000.
I'll let you explain how much this costs. So what this says in Japanese is, right here. This says that for one of those pillars, for 7 days.
For 7 days,
it'll cost 40 million yen, which is about $250,000.
Jesus, for 7 days? They've had ads in Times Square. Oh, they're in the hole. They are guaranteed in the hole. VShojo is in the red. Guaranteed. This isn't like uncommon thing for a lot of businesses to go in the hole to invest in the expectation that years down the line they'll see a return on the investment. This isn't a new thing, but holy shit, this is where the money went. To put a couple of signs up in Shinjuku? I can't prove that. But I guarantee you they were massively in the red for what I just said before about them going too big due to their massive excess. Is starting to feel like I was right on the money.
One, if you want to take over the whole thing.
No pun intended.
It would cost 200 million yen, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's a fuck ton. It is a fuck ton.
I gotta hear that again.
Right here, this says that for one of those pillars, for 7 days, if I'm not mistaken, it'll cost 40 million yen, which is about $250,000.
250,000.
For one, if you want to take over the whole thing, it would cost 200 million yen, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's a fuck ton.
Wait. The 250 is for one side of the pillar. Jesus Christ. If you want the whole pillar, you're giving that much? Do you know how much money you have to be making in order to, have that be an acceptable investment? Or how much money you're expecting to get back for that to be an acceptable investment? And you notice who they put on the pillar. They didn't just put any of their talents on there. I'm sure they have other talents on there too, but the one they put the most, the one they have to put on there to guarantee the highest chance of return on investment, Ironmouse, the one they screwed over. The irony that the IP, the character they need, the VTuber they need the most to make this money back is the person they screwed over the most. Does that make sense to you? Are you serious?
It's a fuck ton, okay? It's like an insane amount of money, and that's...
Now, this is all speculation, of course. And maybe this isn't... I don't think this is all of it. I don't think this is even remotely the full story at all. But I guarantee you they did stuff like this. Guarantee you. At this point, you should be a billionaire to buy something at that price. But see... you do have to spend money to make money. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying this isn't a new thing. In order for me to get to the point where I can make my own, make enough money to at least survive as a voice actor, I had to put thousands and thousands of dollars in at a certain point if I was serious in doing this full time. Whether it's getting new equipment, getting my own place, getting acoustics, foam, better microphone, better computer, etc., right? Those cost thousands of dollars, and I have to recruit that over time. I have to do that. You have to do that. It's like that's what loans are. You know what I mean? You're spending money you don't have to make it back in later, right? You're expecting a return. They're expecting a return on investment when someone's giving you a loan. It makes sense, right? Like, it happens all over the place. I don't have to be a billionaire to understand that.
To get all those pillars for 7 days of advertising.
7.
And obviously, like, look, I'm not here to tell a business how to run their company. You know what I mean?
It sounds like you are, kind of. Honestly, I wish he actually would tell people how to run their business. I'm starting to feel like he should tell me how to run my business.
I mean, like, I don't give a fuck. But well, I mean, I do give a fuck. That is a lie. I do give a fuck, actually. I give quite a lot of fucks. One thing that, you know, leaves the question in my mind, as somebody who would like the charity to get paid, is why is there the need to advertise an English talent agency on a Japanese subway?
You know the answer, Connor. You know the answer. They trying to grab that Japanese audience. They see Blood in the Water with Hololive going through a whole bunch of stuff. Gura is gone. Gura's out the picture in Japan. We know where she is now. They smell blood in the water, and when there's blood in the water, the sharks will come. That's what's happening. And they were doing this before that happened. By the way, most likely. That's all it really is. It's as simple as that, guys. These companies try to eat each other all the time, especially if they're competing on a similar product or service, right? You know, American company, I'm assuming American company, wants some of that Japanese yen, wants some of that yen.
Genuine, like, thought that I would love to know what happened. Like, I had to imagine that there was...
I'm sure he has some idea, but he's not saying it, right?
No stipulating. Like, that's...
I'm sure he has some idea of what's going on, guys, but he can't say it as blatantly, because if he says it, it will sound like potentially Ironmouse told him something, and that could get... And he doesn't want to get people in trouble, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, the way he's saying it is deliberately to make sure he doesn't get his friend in trouble, you know, while still having his own opinion about it. And I think that's fair. So just keep that in mind.
Frustrating for me, because that's easily money that could have gone towards charities and stuff. And you know, as well, like, some other stuff as well that's important to keep in mind is that there was a, you know, there would always be, like, big parties that would be thrown, and parties, not cheap to throw. Like, booking out a whole venue.
He's not directly saying it, but now you're hearing a little bit about what probably happened. There were some other controversies that happened this year with some other content creators where they were throwing parties and not giving that money to charity as well. I'm noticing a pattern.
And paying for everyone's drinks is a very expensive thing to do, and oftentimes completely, like, just a flex. So yeah, my lawyer is probably sweating right now. I don't want to open
it. Is a flex.
Discord, because I don't dare look what he said. But look, if I get sued for defamation, oh great, cool. Oh great, they can finally pay the charity now with the money they get from me. I think one of us.
Shit. He is saying it in the nicest way possible. He gives 0 Fs, and I'm all for it. I don't want him to get sued for defamation, but you can tell by the way he's saying it, he's trying to tread carefully because of his association with Ironmouse about what he says, right? And I appreciate that.
Thing that I was always there's a lot of things. Actually, I won't get into that. Because I don't want to say things that I shouldn't.
Okay.
But I will tell you guys how I feel about it.
He's honestly said a lot already. He's honestly said a lot, or if you were paying attention, he's already said a lot. We can infer from what he's saying what they've been doing with that money by showing the article, and then the talking about the parties, and then talking about parties in a generalistic sense, and talking about the ads. I thought that was in Times Square. I thought that was in New York. It was in Japan. All right, I'm as someone who's been through that myself in a business where they went too far, and it screwed them up financially. I think I understand what he's trying to say.
Because I think I'm well within my legal right to do that, and I'm fucking pissed off, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been really frustrating. I've to say the least. Obviously, I've known about this for quite some time now. Deal with it as much as possible.
He's known about it for quite some time. Jesus Christ.
And as much as you can do. And It's man, it fucking sucks.
It just goes to show you guys that a lot of these guys you guys look up to, these content creators or VTubers, whatever, they go through a lot of stuff behind the scenes, man, and it's not all good. So give them some grace, okay? Like they have to go through. Look at his. I don't know if it's just me, but he looks tired to me. I don't know.
It sucks a lot.
I don't know if he's gotten a lot of sleep. He looks like he has not gotten a lot of sleep. That's just me.
I'm still kind of like coming to terms with the breach of trust, which I think is something that I think is obviously being, because everyone's talking about the chat.
When it comes to businesses, I'm starting to learn that you really can only trust them so much. You know what I mean? You have to be professional. You have to keep it professional most of the time. There are some situations where you can be more than that because of reasons, maybe because of the relationship you have with certain people. But like the vast majority of businesses, especially the ones that kind of tout this whole family atmosphere bull crap, don't listen to them. It's really not true. Most of the time, some of them aren't, and you'll find, and when you find companies like that, and when you find people like that run it like that, and they're genuine about it, it's such a great place to work. It doesn't even feel like work sometimes. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. Like when I'm doing VO for Aphmau, for example, it doesn't even feel like work. It really doesn't. It just feels like I'm just having a good time, and I love it. But on the flip side, the vast majority of places I worked were not like that. I think we can all agree on that, right? You think he cried? I don't know if he cried, but I don't know if that's crying. But he's just super tired.
Howdy money, and that's really important. And the talents have been lied to. But I think, like, man, what a colossal fuck up to absolutely ruin the trust with, like, all of the talents in my mind.
Like, it is so, it's still awful, by the way, if they did this to, like, if this was, like, an agency that, like, screwed over, like, had some disagreements and made some dumb, like, maybe some not cool decisions with a smaller content creator or VTuber, right? You did it to the face of your whole brand. You did it to your LeBron James. You're done. You're done. No one will ever trust you again. You're done. How much money you will never receive. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said this before, guys. Even in the most cold-hearted, money-driven, logical way, like strategically, if I was literally Scrooge McDuck, I wouldn't even do this. I'm just saying, man. Even he has a heart.
And with Mouse, like, the one thing that you have to do as an agency is just keep your talent safe. Like yes. Nothing you do should ever put them in a point of jeopardy. And so it's just so depressing that this happened. And I know that, like, I don't want to talk for Mouse at any of this because that's not, It
looks like he's struggling a lot on his mind for a while. It's true. He's trying to be careful at the same time. He's trying to be careful because this is going to go to court most likely.
I think this is Mouse thing, but like Mouse already.
I don't want this. I mean, they might do a settlement because reality is in real life, as much as people deserve to go to court and be, excoriated for their crimes. The reality is money is an important part of the factor, and they might to make it easier on themselves and for the stress and the anxiety and the health of the people involved who have to go through all this, they might settle out of court.
They're like a hard time trusting people, so it just fucking makes me so fucking mad. Someone that and people that Mouse trusted.
The problem is, it's going to be hard for it to go to court or to settle this in a court way because there is I don't know the full how it works completely, so I could be wrong about this. But when you're doing court stuff like this and you're trying to get documents and information and stuff like that, inevitably the question of who Ironmouse is might come into play, like who her real identity is, and that could be a problem. That could serve as a detriment to it going to court. and doing what you would normally think a court proceeding is, right? Because you need to know these people. You need to know who they are, who are the parties involved, right? That's why I'm not sure how it's going to work. And was probably the scary part about it. And this is probably also why they need to talk about it like this, to put pressure on VShojo to do what's right without having to use the courts. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm just guessing here.
She kind of took advantage of that. And
Personally, I want this to go to court regardless.
Yeah, really,
but
really
I understand. I think if that's
a
legitimate issue, then I can understand why that might be a problem.
Shouting and all that stuff.
I could be wrong.
I
totally could be wrong.
Man, I'm just sad. I'm just so sad. I'm so sad. But, okay, so let's talk a bit about the video and about Mouse. And,
All right, so he goes over the video. We already saw the video.
All of you guys have had on people's lives. And look, being in like a content creator space and having to raise money for charity, found out about this quite a while ago. I'd been concerned for quite some time about certain things. And so, was pushing quite heavily. And so I'm glad that, Mouse was able to get answers. Obviously it was like not great answers. And I mean, dude, can you imagine that you've put so much of like your life and so much of like your effort and everything that you hold dear and everything that you care about into something, and someone else is like, whoops, forgot about that. Oh,
forgot about that?
Oh, I was supposed to do that. I'm okay. I don't think I'll do it. And then you can't even get a good answer.
Excuse me for a second. I gotta blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, man. VShojo's mega cooked? Oh, absolutely, dude.
So what the fuck is going on? Yeah, it's just, I'm like dumbfounded. So, and I'm glad that,
Wow.
that now it's out and that we can hopefully start figuring out what the next steps are. Obviously, it's just so shit, man. It's so shit. So one thing that I was like, we should do this is that we should talk to the Immunodeficiency Foundation and kind of explain what's a bit about what's going on. Man, that is like, if you think you've ever had to fucking break bad news to people in your life, dude. I mean, I normally don't like get upset or cry about things, but like, man, like having to deal with that was just like so ridiculous. Because me and Mouse have both spent so much of our online time and the work that I do here and the work that Mouse does, advocacy for the Immunodeficiency Foundation. And I genuinely see all the immunodeficiency people like family. Like we have calls with them every month. We walk through what they're doing. We walk through all the fundraisers that we're doing and where the money's going. Like, talk to patients. I've interviewed people who have benefited from the charity, and I've gotten to speak with them.
Yeah, he cried. He probably cried at some guys. You're probably right. To break the news to people like in that situation, hey man, I'm sorry, but like we had this money for you guys and it's gone. It's just gone. Someone took it and we're trying to get it back, but we don't know how long it's gonna take or what's gonna require. But we don't have it. $500,000 that they probably were counting on. It's like another reminder to me that that people like this exist.
And like this, it's so hard when you donate money. Like there are so many people who are being so generous in donating money. It's so hard to see that money and to imagine that you like helped someone, and to see the direct benefits of that. But I've been really fortunate where I've been able to like actually talk to so many of these patients who have benefited from this money, and who have been able to increase their quality of life because of this money. And so to like kind of hear that like people won't get it really fucking hurts. Because again, I've spent so much fucking energy, and Mouse spent so much energy on raising.
And these fundraisers aren't easy to do, guys. They're not. Logistically, they could be a nightmare. And they did it anyway. And now you're telling me that the money they raised with all the hard work and probably sleepless nights and last minute F-ups that had to get fixed, stuff that, oh guys, behind the scenes of stuff, man, like sometimes things just go wrong and you still gotta do it anyway because you have a promise you have to keep, an obligation you have to meet. And you're telling me we did all that and now the money we raised isn't even going to the kids? Like if that was me, I would. Guys, you've never seen me angry before. You have like, I mean, really angry. I don't know how he's able to be this calm. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
money
it.
for this charity that, like without them, we wouldn't have Ironmouse streams, like they are such an important aspect of Mouse's life. Yeah, sorry. Getting a little sad. Get a little sad, man, when I think about it. Because and then I started thinking about like, man, we hear about Ironmouse and we're so lucky that we hear about Mouse's story and Mouse's journey, and then I get so fucking sad that I think like, damn, it could have ended so much more differently if there wasn't people who were trying to do the right thing, and that makes me really fucking angry.
Yeah. It's, when you think about it, guys, it's so easy not to screw this up. It's so easy. You don't even have to be a good person to do the right thing in this regard. Like I said before, you could just be a greedy son of a gun and you would still send that money to the organization because at least it would boost your reputation and that could help you get more money in the future with other things. You see what I'm saying? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Like how baffled and flabbergasted I am about this? Like, you don't even have to be an angel to do this properly. You could be the greediest MFer on the planet and you would still send that money to that organization because not doing it would be way worse for your bottom line. In your reputation, like, it just, you literally have to be a monster.
So yeah,
you literally have
that's
to be
really
a monster,
tough to deal
dude.
with. But I think it's been great to see the support the Mouse has gotten so far. And when I was talking to Mouse, and Mouse obviously extremely nervous about doing this, releasing this, obviously, as this is like such a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Mouse is not a drama person. Mouse is not a confrontational person. Mouse is not the type of person who would get into this. Mouse would do everything in her power to not let it get to this point. And so to see it kind of like get there and just watching Mouse being like torn apart by this was made me really, really fucking angry. And I really, really hope that the people who are responsible for this, I hope that they're held accountable and that there is some form of justice. Other than that, it has been amazing to see like just how much support there's been.
Guys, I want you to tell you something. As somebody who acts the same way in situations that would make you angry, when someone says they're really angry, as calmly as Connor said it just now, just know that they are really, really angry. When someone tells you they're angry and they are calm, that is the worst type of angry in my personal opinion. as someone who knows it firsthand, this is the type of angry I get. And I've gotten this angry before. It's not a good feeling. It's not. It's not. Oh, brother.
And for Mouse, because and I think that I'm really happy that everyone's kind of taken to Mouse and the charity here, and like already like so far, like as I'm like talking, it's going up. It's kind of crazy. But like $223,000 raised already, and Mouse isn't even.
Wait. This is happening now? Okay.
Been streamed,
That was that
Like,
link I
that's
got
crazy.
earlier, right? Let
Like-
me just double check. Where's that at? It's already almost 500,000. You know what I'm about to do, guys. You guys already know what I'm about to do.
Like that's so cool, and I'm just kind of like overwhelmed for Mouse as well, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Can we react to
like, the
Aphmau
level of
Shuki
generosity
today?
has been really cool. to
I
see. And,
don't know.
Even, with the
might,
Efficiency Foundation,
might do a little
like,
bit. I
we
don't
work with
know.
them so much that like
We have a thing at 4 o'clock.
we work with them so much that you can literally go on their website to read about a page with us and how we
That's
fundraise and how you can
cute.
get in
That's
and get involved.
cute.
Like there is a page on their website dedicated entirely to the fundraisers that we do. Like and like the impact that all of you guys have had on people's lives. And like look, being in like a content creator space and having to raise money for charity, it's a weird situation because people want to know what they're donating to. And the sad reality of like immunocompromised stuff is that it is super not easy to explain. Like it is, for lack of better words, it's not a sexy disease. Like this,
What does that mean?
because
What do you mean
like,
by that?
it is so hard to fully get across what it is that common variable immunodeficiency is, right? Like even saying it sounds like I get like explaining
Actually,
to someone like
before we even go any further, I'm putting this in the chat. Because I was gonna say, if you guys want to donate for this, you could donate it to me and I would send it. But I rather you might as well just send it yourself. I think that might be better for you. You know what I mean? Just send it this way. I'm gonna send stuff. You can send stuff. It's cool. It's just let's just do it, guys. Can we all, like I don't even care how much you put in. You shouldn't even just do something. Like $1. $1
primary
is
immune
fine.
deficiency.
I don't even know that's.
is-
I don't even know there's. I don't even know what. I'll look at it later. I'll
is
find out.
a situation where sometimes your immune system just doesn't work. But wait, there's 450 different versions of it, and there's some people are only affected with like super individual cases. Like it's such a complex disease to talk about and to fundraise for. And I'm so glad that like people are willing to listen and to hear out when me and Mouse are always talking about it. And so that makes me really happy. Yeah, 450 that we know of. Sorry.
That we know of. Jesus Christ.
It's terrifying. Like it's a really like fucking horrible disease because basically you could live your whole life thinking, damn, I'm healthy, and then suddenly when you start to get like older, maybe 25 unk status, maybe you just start getting sick, and maybe you're getting pneumonia, which you've never gotten before, and maybe you're getting that sinus infection that's lasting a lot longer and happening a bit more often than it was before. And the doctor's always like, well, you should try this, you should try this, you should try this. Because the doctors themselves don't even know about it. A lot of doctors are not educated in primary immune deficiency, which is why a lot of the money also goes towards helping further train doctors, helping give them more information.
Okay.
Because they're like, it's scary to think as somebody who might be sick that my doctor might just have no idea what the fuck is wrong with me. And the fact that you'd have to live with that and your quality of life will just keep getting worse and worse while you're being given medication and treatment for stuff that is not
gonna work,
the problem. It's like super demoralizing, super draining, and like a horrible quality of life. And it only gets worse the older you get. So it's why that there is such a massive need for just educating people and talking about it, which is why with all this stuff, I want to make sure that we all learn a bit more about the charity and the disease, because it's such an important part.
These guys are so important. These guys are such good people. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes, like, I've gone through things in my life that have made me very pessimistic when it comes to certain things. Mostly to make sure I'm defensively ready to deal with manipulation and just people lying to me and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of people who are like that. The bad part about it is if you take it too far, you will do it in situations that don't require it, and it can hurt relationships with people, so you gotta be careful. And sometimes you just forget that, yes, good people actually do exist. Not perfect people. Good people, okay? Sometimes you forget that. You know, it's easy to forget that sometimes on social media, to be honest, but yeah.
That is like half the battle with raising money and raising awareness to get research. You can't raise more money without people knowing about it.
Yeah.
And you can't fix the disease until there's a lot of money and help people have better quality of lives. But like, imagine it. Like, you suddenly start getting sick. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Suddenly you can't be around your friends, your family. And if you do want to be around your friends and family, they have to quarantine for days at a time. It's like terrifying. Like, it's genuinely such a horrific and lonely experience to have to go through that. Like, you like mentally are like completely fine, but suddenly now you're isolated. You can't talk to anyone. You suddenly keep getting sicker and sicker. It's awful.
I'm gonna give some money now, and then I need to wait for probably 2 weeks, and then I can give more money.
It's a really horrible disease, and you know, the fact that like Mouse is able to stream and do what Mouse does with all of that is insane. Like, Mouse is like a superhero, man. Like, I when I get mildly sick, I'm like, better take 3 days off. You know. Meanwhile,
I just realized this girl has subathons dealing with this health issue. She just streams without, like, isn't the subathon like you stream the whole time, like for days, weeks, like a month? You don't stop the stream, basically? Is that what's... Yeah, that's my understanding of it, right? I'm not amazing. I know what you're talking about.
Mouse is like...
All due respect, I don't want to hear myself about me being amazing at anything right now. This is a totally different level we're listening to right now.
In her pukeathon, in her subathon,
some pukeathon, what?
All the time, and then coming back to stream like not.
Oh, she's what? Hold up, what?
Meanwhile, Mouse is like in her pukeathon, in her subathon, puking all the time, and then coming back to stream like nothing happened. It's crazy. Like, I can't do that shit. Pukeathon next.
I've stopped streaming just because I was tired. I've stopped streaming because my muscles were sore. Just to put a perspective on who's actually working harder here. I hear stuff like that, and I know I need to freaking work harder. And that's a good thing.
Oh God. So it's like crazy, you know. There's a lot to admire, I think, about Mouse, and to be proud of. I think I'm always so impressed with Mouse and her ability to, no matter what, just kind of power through it all, get through it. So yeah, I'm just mad. I'm just so mad. But I think it has been really cool, kind of seeing so far everyone kind of coming together, everyone kind of trying to raise money for charity, everyone, you know, taking this really horrific mess and making it into something good. And I really do hope that publicly you guys don't have to wait long to fully find out what happened, and because I think everyone wants answers. I think we all want answers to what the fuck has happened. How can you fuck this up so much? I fucking wish. I wish Mouse was able to go like Hail Mary and just tell you guys everything. But we have to wait. We have to be patient. We have to wait for the full story. You know, lawyer's got a lawyer.
Yeah, man.
Although I
Mouse is built different. True, absolutely.
I was talking
It's not
to
easy,
another lawyer about this because I was also curious. I was asking him like his thoughts on the situation, 'cause you know, and I said I was like, nah, fuck it, we ball. Let's get that lawsuit. Let's go crazy.
Stupid.
I was like, what are they gonna do? Sue the talent? That's crazy. Because I feel like okay, it's like if you as
Just imagine I believe he was doing that, but a lot more angry. Let's put it that way.
a talent agency sued your talent, that
I hope she can tell us more soon. I'm going to be honest with you, Hex. I wouldn't expect to hear any significant nuggets of information for a few months. This is going to be a minute. This is going to take a while.
no talent would ever join your company ever again. And at that point, like, what are you suing for? You're suing to like pay off the debt you owe to that talent. You know what I mean? Like, this would be like Disney if Disney tried to sue Mickey Mouse. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. This is what makes it so effing stupid. It's like, imagine if the Lakers didn't pay LeBron James, or the Chicago Bulls didn't pay Michael Jordan, or like if Marvel never paid Stan Lee. You know what I mean? Like, you're just an idiot. You're just actually stupid. Whatever you were thinking, it was a dumb idea.
Ridiculous. But you know, the lawyers are funny, and law thing needs to be done. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So that's about it. That's all I have. That.
All right, that's all he has. Okay. I don't know if you guys can probably tell I'm not happy right now hearing that, but you know what? It's true, man. It's crazy out here, man. Now I heard that someone in the chat said that Amelie quit as well. VShojo. I'm assuming a lot of the talent left. There is a video. Oh my God. There's so many people leaving in mass, which makes sense. I see a video for Kason. I see a video for Kason as well. I like her a lot because when I started looking at VTubers for the first time, still wasn't doing it like regularly, but she was a dragon. Her thing, she was a dragon before, right? Like Coco, right? This used to be Coco, right? I seen videos of first. I seen some funny ass videos of her as Coco, but she left. Wait, she calls the CEO live on stream? No, she doesn't. Stop lying. This is not true. Are you serious? I kind of want to watch this now. I wouldn't be surprised if all of them leave, Hex.
I have been lied to from the company
Jeez, shocker. Everyone's been lied to.
a lot about the situation. So my payment stopped last September. I was asking.
Your payment stopped last September? Oh my God! She hasn't gotten paid for almost a year!
What's going on? For a long time, multiple times, all they said was, it's going to be paid, it's going to be paid, it's going to be paid. And it was never paid. And I think it will never be.
Oh my God. Dude. I don't... If you are even thinking about becoming a VTuber, don't even think about joining these agencies. Don't even do it. They're scum. Literal trash. Don't even do it. Just stay indie, bro. The road's gonna be tough. it may not be as glamorous as you think it might be. Like, bro, this is not what you want. This is not what you want. It's happening to them. It's 100% happen to you.
The reason why I waited so long was that if I like say, okay, I'm gonna reveal this information and I'm gonna quit. If I say that, I thought they were not going to pay me the amount they owe. And that was scary for me. But so recently I've decided, fuck it, I'm leaving. And I was about to tell you guys that I will be leaving this month. And I was getting ready for that. I wasn't ready for today's whatever came out today. I was not.
She was planning on leaving anyway. Before the Ironmouse stuff came out. This company is so cooked. This company is done, dude.
Not ready. There were so many things that I didn't know. But this is what I know, and this is my story.
Okay.
And I will have the VShojo CEO, VShojo JP CEO, explain this to you guys.
What? That is wild to me. Now, what?
Because I have done so many.
Hold
It's not so many. It's only about 2. I've done.
We're gonna cut to it. We're cutting straight to it. I want to hear this call.
VShojo. This is VShojo JP CEO. Are you still the CEO?
For now, yes.
He said for now. Holy crap. The fire's already been lit. The building's already going down, guys. Okay.
まだギリギリ CEO だそうです。はい。音も聞こえてるということなので、I would like you to explain the situation because I know you know more about the situation than me.
Slightly more, maybe.
Slightly more, okay.
He's a CEO. He only knows slightly more. Okay, I'm worried.
But I need to know everything, and the fans should know everything. He'll be explaining.
Is this a rabbit or a cat?
Yo, that's OD.
It is kind of OD. I did not think that this is what you. If the CEO puts the company under the bus, first of all, he's not going to be there much longer, which is probably why he's willing to do this. There is no. Oh my god, I don't know what he's even going to say, man. I'm actually
In Japanese and in
concerned.
English.
I'm a little scared
Is that okay
too.
with you?
I'm not really good English speaker, and also I don't trust myself, like, the speaking the correct word and term in English. I want to be super careful about what I'm saying here, because
Right.
yeah, as you explained
That's fair.
Yeah,
But,
like, and
okay, then,
Okay.
okay. Japanese comes first. では、はい。まず日本語でどうぞ。
まずディスクレーマーなんですが、
はい。
感じですね。
So you were told from VShojo that they were willing to pay. They're gonna do it like next month. Of course they're working on it. And then now,
というこ
are
とで
you
す、ね。
telling me that you've been lied to?
嘘をつかれていたっていうところはあったんですけれども、
So you're
He's the fucking CEO. And even he was being lied to?
Did you just say that VShojo JP itself was doing good?
そうですね。
In finances too?
そうですね。
Wait,
You haven't
I guess, I mean, there's already a JP side, guys. So yeah, okay. There's a JP side and American side. They're two different. I mean, they're probably under the same umbrella, but
paid me.
っていうことになるんですね。その
wait, they weren't. Hold up. So financially, they were fine, and they still didn't pay her.
本社の中の帳簿上はそうなってたっていうこと は聞いてます。
はほはほはほ日本でもタレントに1円も払われてない状態っていうのを把握しておられたんでしょう
We're
か
gonna get the English part
そ
in
う
a
です。
second, I think.
はい。
So this is what I want to know. And this is what everyone wants to know. Why did this happen? Why?
うーん、
Why? なぜ起こったんですかこんなことが。
これに関しては、
I wish I can. All right. Well, we're getting some English.
まあ、
part
全
here.
ての範囲を僕が見えてるわけじゃないんで、
Are you telling me that it's not like someone moved, like someone did something maliciously? It's like they just weren't good at it.
ということですね。
Finances.
Okay, hold on. So I just heard them say that they were okay financially, but they still haven't paid. But now it sounds like they're bad with finances, so that caused them to not have money to pay people. I've always been told that if you get money, like let's say if I get money, like you're supposed to pay your people first. Right? Don't you just pay your people first? I guess not. I guess they was like, no, we gotta pay all these other obligations first, and then whatever's left over. Which is, I feel like, brother, that's not my issue. Get a loan. Do what you got. Like, that's my money you're messing with. If you gotta get a loan, you get a loan, but you pay me my money. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean?
Are you getting paid right now?
は、
あなたはお給料もらってるんですか今 V 症状から。
ほぼもらってないですね。
ほぼってことは
ペイカットを、まあ、受けているっていう。
He took a pay cut?
I'm sorry it's all about me, guys, but
I mean, he's probably getting paid a lot of money, so like, you know, I'm just.
the only thing I could talk about is me right now. So, well, I am not getting paid. While I'm not getting paid, you were getting paid. Well, staffs do have to get paid. So I'm not gonna say like, hey, don't pay the staff, just pay us. No, I'm not gonna say that. But
It sounds like he is getting paid, but it looks like at some point he took some type of pay cut.
just kind of sounds very unfair.
It is. It is unfair.
そうですね。
Talent first, my ass. Was it like
Tell it first, my ass. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Isn't that like their whole motto? Talent first. Yes. We won't stab you in the back like those other VTubing companies. That's exact when you have a slogan like that, when you pride yourself on that, that's basically what you're saying. And no, you're just like them.
staff first?
Except worse, because you lied about it.
まあでもスタッフは本当に悪くなかったと思います。
Is the debt gonna be paid? Is my money gonna
It's
be
my
paid?
money.
そうですね。デッドが払えるかどうかっていうのは、会社がこれから持ち直すかどうかにかかってる。特に US 側、今の状態だと分離できていないんで、
Yikes.
はい。
持ち直せるかどうかにかかってる。
Let's just say I think there's gonna be a bunch of hurdles before she sees any money.
るところなんですけど、
うん
かなり難しいと思います。
Jesus Christ.
Or even try to add another talent, multiple talents to this company. After I told multiple times that they haven't paid me and they have a lot of problems. What was that? What was that? あれは何だったん
So they're not paying her. They're not paying her, but they're getting more talent on their roster. And I guarantee you, a large part of what gets people on your roster is the people you have already on your roster. So in part because of her and people like Ironmouse, they're getting more attention and more people want to join their organization. And they I wouldn't be surprised if some of those people people like Ironmouse or even Kason got them brought them into the company. Holy shit.
でしょう
If
か
they can't pay one person, how are they going to pay new talents? You think that's a question they ask later. They cross that bridge when they get to it. It's pretty clear to me that they went in the red expecting a return on their investment in the future. That hasn't come yet.
タレントが追加されたことも
And they tried to
そう
stall.
なんですけど、追加しようとしてることもそうで、
Someone could have stopped this situation. It went all the way. It didn't have to go all the way.
そうですね。特に
My question is, why couldn't this... Maybe I don't understand the powers of a CEO. But couldn't the CEO have done something to make sure these people got paid? Now, it sounds like he took a pay cut. So obviously, that probably means his hands were tied to a certain degree on certain things. But my question would be, couldn't the CEO of VShojo in Japan have been able to do something? Who is sending me messages? Okay. All right, Amelie just posted something about an hour ago. All right, let's see what's going on here.
なんか、
Did anyone inside VShojo say, "Hey, there's something wrong. Hey, let's not do this. Hey, let's stop this and let's see what our finances are going. Hey, looks like this amount of money should be paid to the talents and we haven't. Hey, we need to do something about that." Did anyone say anything about that?
という話を聞いて進んでたってことですね。
So they were lied to.
まあそういうことですね。
That's a lie. Yes. So that's a yes. Okay. So who was lying? 誰が
Now, he might not be able to say that publicly. He may not be able to say that publicly who's lying. Because that could fall under defamation if you don't do this properly. And plus, I'm not sure how it works in Japan. But my suspicion is that it's more to the company's advantage in situations like this. He has to be careful what he says. I don't know if he can directly say who it is, guys.
そのまあいわゆる嘘やんってなるんですけど、誰がその嘘をついてたんですか？
多分その判断をする人っていうのも複数にいるっていうところと、そこが明らかになるのは今後なんで、私には分からないところです。
He doesn't know. I don't think he knows.
なるほど。
はい。
I don't think
Any
he knows.
questions from chat? I'm sorry, chat. There's so many things going on in my head. There are so limited things I can say. There are legal issues going on. I don't want to stir anything up for the other girls because they have their own things they have to say. So let's not. There's so many things I want to tell you.
God, the frustration is so palpable from her right now. She's actually stun-locked at what she's hearing right now. And obviously, we can't understand most of it. But it sounds like to me the CEO had no idea what the F was going on. And when he tried to find out, they gave him the runaround.
that I shouldn't. Will there be an apology from the company?
An apology means nothing. I don't want an apology. I want my money.
I hope there would. Will they? Will they want an apology or something?
The last thing a company wants to do is admit they're wrong. Even if they have to give up money. If they don't, like, it's, no. they're not gonna
And
do
any
that.
public whatever from the company?
私もそう願っていますが、はい。
Well, there were so many things I have to apologize to the fans. So, thank you, VShojo, JP, CEO for now. ありがとうございます。一応、
は
So that was VShojo, JP, CEO for now. I know there's a lot of things you want to say, of course. Me too. I want to yell. I want to scream. I want to cry. And I feel like there were so many unanswered questions. This is just sad. They said so many good things. And I know that they, like, it wasn't their intent to, like, be like this, and I know that, of course. They didn't want this too. I know that.
They didn't want what? It wasn't their intention to just not pay you? What does that mean?
I hope, like,
What does that mean?
they're not the like the evil that some of you guys are saying.
If you don't look, when a multi-million-dollar corporation can't even pay its employees their thousands of dollars, that's not benevolent, I would say. Now, part of me feels like she's saying it in this way because she has to be very careful at this early stage in the game, which is fair. Also, I don't know how culturally it works when you're dealing with companies in these scenarios in Japan. I think it's significantly different than compared to the US. So that's probably at play here. But positive things to say, like benefit of the doubt goes out the window. They haven't paid you since last September.
I know it's not. But it's true that they made this kind of mess. Will you really quit today, or will you quit in the 31st? I quit today. Yes, I quit whenever I want to. And I've said that from day one. If I want to quit, I quit. And
Good.
I am leaving VShojo today. At this moment. Well, I feel like I've already left like 2 hours ago.
Okay, random thought. I don't know if this is actually possible, guys. I kind of wish these girls got together and did their own thing, right? And then that way, whenever merch comes out, if we want to buy their merch or support them, we're not supporting some multi-million-dollar company that won't even freaking pay them. It's directly going to them and only them. Is there any way that they can do that? That's what I'm looking for. I'm tired of these organizations thinking they can just do what they want to these people, and then when they fight back, they take away their IP, they do all this stuff to them, and then they use it to scare them. Like, I'm tired of these black companies thinking they can do this, man. Like, and it's so hard to say this because it's not like there's other VTubers that still work at other organizations that they're probably awesome, and I actually like their talent. I actually like the talent that what they're doing. But I kind of wish they leave too. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of wish they leave too. You know what I'm talking about. I wish they leave too. You know, maybe it's working out for them right now, but I kind of wish they leave too, because I don't want to give another cent to any of these organizations. I really don't.
But yes.
I literally just bought a VShojo jacket earlier this month for Zentreya, and now I'm pissed off because I just gave this sleazy company money. Essentially.
The reason I had waited so long, the money I should have.
Am I gonna throw away the jacket? Hell no. I ain't got it like that. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I got it because I like the design of the jacket and the VTuber. So not because I like the company that she was repping. That's, you know, anyway. So
Received
you gotta get it like
all the
that.
way back from last year, I think. Right now, I don't even know what they have paid and they haven't, so I can't go to the specifics, but they haven't paid me for a long time. The reason that I waited for this long time is because I thought if I reveal any.
Can't you return the jacket? I could, but I'm not gonna return the jacket. Returning a jacket isn't enough of a statement, to be honest. I'm gonna wait. Unless it's independent merchandise for a VTuber, I'm not buying it. Not because I hate a VTuber that works with a company. It's just because at this point I think it's just a matter of time. At this point, I just think it's a matter of time before we find out some other skeleton in the closet. And I don't want to wait. I'm done. They've had their chance. You know, is my personal opinion. I can still support VTubers. I can still love watching VTubers and whatever stuff and not give a dime to these corpos. Screw them. They don't, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if they can't even do right by them, they're definitely not going to do right by me. You know what I mean? A nobody by comparison. So, yeah. It's a wrap. You know, if she sells this jacket, I want this jacket actually. If she sells this jacket she has on, I kind of like this kind of design. If she sells this jacket somewhere, I'll buy that jacket if I know it's going straight to her and only her. You know what I mean? Or through some company that she gets her on her own, or some manufacturing company or whatever. Like, you know. But like, I'm not doing this other. I'm not doing this other. I'm not doing it anymore.
Information that they are not paying, but yes, I was willing to quit this month, but they might like blame me. That was what I was scared of.
Yeah, because we know they play dirty. Yeah, that's
Yes,
fair.
they might like blame me for like getting the information out, whatever, and then like end
Like,
up
try to sue you.
not paying. But
They were, girl, they ain't pay you for a year. They wasn't trying to pay you. You wasn't gonna get paid. You might still not get paid. That's just the reality. But I think there's other factors involved too. Like, this could affect her future endeavors. So you have to do this the right way, even if it hurts.
now I feel like it's all over and nothing's gonna be paid. And I feel very sorry for the fans because this was supposed to be. It all came from you guys. It all came from you guys' support. And yes, I said VShojo owes me a significant amount of money, but right now it's not about the money. It's all about the trust. Yeah, it's all about the betrayal.
No. That too. But no, it needs to be about the money. It needs to be no. They don't get away with that. They need to give you back your money. Okay. You might not be a person that is all about the money, and that's completely fine. But the problem is these companies prey upon that mentality so that they can keep the money from you. Oh, because you don't want it anyway. It's not about the money, right? No, F that. Give them what. Get your money. Get your money. Oh my God. Just.
Yeah. そうですね。美少女に対してポジティブな。
I'm just gonna cut it off here. As most of the video anyway. There's a bunch of videos out there that kind of go over the same thing. I'm not gonna go over it anymore. It's like almost 1 o'clock. I think you guys have got a good idea of how I feel about the situation. I'm genuinely pissed off. I don't know any of these people at all, but you don't like seeing good, hardworking people get screwed over by multi-million-dollar organizations that clearly can do right by them, but just choose not to because they can. You know what I mean? So if you guys have a lesson, if you want my personal opinion on what this lesson teaches me, like, if you are going, it's not about. Once again, whenever there is a market for something, there are people that will take advantage of that and try to do whatever they can to make their quick buck, make money out of it, rip as many people off as possible. That's just the fact of life. If you are a VTuber, I strongly suggest you reconsider joining any organization ever. Like any of these organizations. And if you do, even if it's a good organization, if you find that one or two companies out there that don't do this stuff, lucky you. Stay for a year, maybe 2, work your ass off, get some marketing experience so you can leave them and take that, even if you got to make your own model all over again. Screw it. I don't care. Leave them. Take your stuff, take your audience that you developed, grow your own brand, grow your own business, and now and be your own made person. All right? It's at this point, staying with a company like VShojo, even like Hololive or these other companies, for longer than a year or 2 years, to me, just feels like you are giving them permission to take advantage of you, to rip you off. That's my personal opinion. That's how I feel about it. I don't see how you are going to have a hard time telling me I'm wrong. Okay? And finding the 1 or 2 companies out there, the one outlier is not enough. That's just a fact of life. This is not just a VTuber thing. This is a life thing. Okay, guys? So, the best time, the most freedom I've ever had, even though I'm making significantly less money than I made in an office or in a studio, was doing this. Not just the streaming part, but like doing voiceover because it's mine. 100% of what I earn goes to me. Well, except for the streaming part, like obviously Twitch or YouTube, they get a certain percentage of it, and that's why I'm trying to get Kick. That's why I'm trying to get Kick's partnership, guys. So definitely support me on Kick. So that we can do these kinds of things more often. Subscribe to the Kick channel. for more reactions and all other fun things like that. But like this, generally speaking, this is what you got to do, guys. Like the end goal, even if you are going to work at a company for a while, like even 10, 20 years, like I don't know what you're going to do. Like I don't know what you guys are going to do for a living. I don't know what you guys do now or what you plan on doing. I think the end goal should be to have something that is yours, that you can grow, right? Period. Because if you rely on someone else to do it for you, chances are they're not going to have your best interest. Their interest will supersede yours in some fashion. And that doesn't typically go well for 99% of people. I don't like saying it like this because now it makes it sound like you can't trust anybody. But how many, but just specifically for VTubers, the VTubering space, how many times have we heard something like this in the last year, 2 years? Like, it's a little bit too much. I would agree, right? I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done with it. I like the jacket. I'm gonna keep the jacket. I like the shirt I got, but the Saba shirt I got, that's I like the Saba shirt even more now because it was basically a collaboration between her and a company. So she's more in control, and I feel better about that. But like, I don't know, man. I have a friend who's a big VTuber fan. He loves VTubers. He has a lot of HoloLive stuff. He loves I think he loves VShojo stuff too. I might go ask him how's he feel about the whole situation, man. Like how has his support changed at all? Because I literally just went and got him a bunch of stuff at Expo because I knew he liked VTubers a lot. Like a bunch of Saba stuff, and she's independent, so that's different. But I've been to his place and I've seen a lot of stuff based off of VTubers there, and I just wonder if that affects him at all. You know what I mean? I think it would more than me, right? Because like I literally only have 3 things that are VTuber related that I really wanted to get. It was the jacket I showed you guys before. It was the Saba. I have a dark blue Saba shirt, and then I have where's it at? And then I got this thing. Right? I wanted to support Nova. So I went to the Grand Archive event and got the card. But I didn't actually pay for this. I just, unless you count me going to the convention and have to pay to get there. I don't know, man. Yikes. Anyways. It is 1:15, chat. It is 1:15. We have a stream at 4 o'clock. The card looks cool. Oh, yeah, thank you, man. I do like it. It is pretty cool. I like it a lot. So that was what I wanted to do today. We was going to do more stuff, but we kind of just went a little bit over on this one. Since we have the stream at 4 o'clock Pacific, we're going to be having peak. It'll probably last maybe 2 hours or more, depending on how long you guys want to play. After the stream, we'll probably do something else afterwards. I'm feeling pretty good today, to be honest. But I'm going to make sure I take care of a few other things and get some rest to prepare for the stream. So I'll see you guys in a few hours. And let's have a good time. Type 1 in the chat below if you like these morning streams or like these conversations to happen more often on the channel. If you do like these, I would definitely want to know. Thumbs up on the VOD, please. Let me know that this is something you guys like. Because I can totally just kind of go do more of these. I actually kind of enjoyed this stream today. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it, to be honest with you, but I really felt the need to say something, or at least to get more information with you guys. So, the streams are gonna be on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We'll try to do more Kick streams too. Remember, this Saturday coming up, we will be having another anime reaction. If Gachiakuta is available, we might react to that. But we do have an anime list, and I also have a Roblox list. So I will try my best to figure out when the best day this week is to play Roblox. We're probably gonna play Grow a Garden. Today might be hard to play Grow a Garden. Wednesday's definitely gonna be difficult. The best chance will probably be on a Thursday. I'll have to double check my schedule, but Thursday will probably be the best time. If not, then we'll probably do it on a Saturday. But let's aim for Thursday to play some Roblox. Okay, guys? All right. Thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. Let's take our little happy-go-lucky crew and raid somebody. Show them some love by telling them to get jammed. Who do we raid? Oh yeah, hold on a second. Before I go, I totally forgot about this. I said I was gonna donate. Allow the cause to contact me? Sure, I guess. Alright. I would like to provide a physical address on this location. I guess I can do that later. Alright. Let's just do this right now, guys. Oh my god, you can't go that further, man. All right, man. I'm just gonna come on, man. All right, well. I'll just keep it strong, keep it simple. Alright, we out. Alright, so I'm putting 100 in. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the rest of it, because I got put in, like, personal information. But yeah, let's go ahead and raid, looks like Braxophone is streaming right now, so I guess I'll raid him. Guess I'll raid Brax. He's playing, who is he playing? What game is this? Expedition 33. Oh, nice, dude. Alright, man. Guys, tell Brax we say hi, show love the way you know how to do by telling him to get jammed. Because that might happen sooner or later. Anyways, 4 o'clock. I'll see you guys later. Get some rest. Get prepared. Take care of yourself, okay? Get plenty of rest. And as always, stay jammed.